in just a little bit. Again, the Bees have lost starting pitcher Chris Buchek, who was originally scheduled to open tonight's game. He was called up yesterday by the Angels as Reggie Willits was sent back to Salt Lake. Buchek will take over Kevin Gregg's spot in the bullpen for the time being as Kevin Gregg moves into a starting position on Thursday for Kelvin Escobar, who's developed a blister problem on his pitching hand. So Chris Buchek becomes the fourth player called up to the Angels this year from the Salt Lake Bees. The Bees start tonight's play 1/2 game ahead of Tacoma in the Pacific North Division with a 14-9 record, while the Rainiers are 13-9. Las Vegas, the only team to knock off the Bees in a series, taking 3 out of 4 at Cashman Field earlier this season. They're off to a good start at 16-8 and hold a 4-game lead over the second-place Tucson Sidewinders in the Pacific South Division. The pitching matchup for tonight's game for the Bees in place of Chris Buchek will be Dustin Mosley, who only worked 1 inning on Saturday before the rains came in Tacoma. His record is 3-1. And for Las Vegas, it'll be right-hander William Juarez. His record is 1-1. When we come back, a closer look at what happened yesterday in Tacoma right after this 2-minute timeout here on ESPN 1230.
ESPN Radio, AM 1230.
Weight Watchers meeting. To go or not to go? If you know that losing weight is only half the battle, if you love food but want to manage it better, if you can laugh at your mistakes but like to share your successes, go. Because people who go to Weight Watchers meetings lose 3 times more weight than those who go it alone. The sooner you get started, the sooner you'll see results. Go to the meeting finder at WeightWatchers.com. Then go to Weight Watchers and watch yourself change. 3 times claim is shown in the Journal of the American Medical Association.
Hey, this is Dan, the computer man from PC Laptops. I just want to take a minute of your time to help teach you how to shop for a computer. And a lot of people, when they shop for a computer, they just look at specifications. Just for example, a 250 gig hard drive or 1 gig of RAM or 17-inch LCD. A lot of companies will just tell you the size, but not what kind of part you're getting. And the reason why they do that, though, is they try to sell you substandard, lower quality parts and trick you into getting a machine that's not what you thought. But when you come to PC Laptops, you're going to be assured to get the best parts. Just for example, we use top-rated Western Digital brand hard drives. We also use Asus brand motherboards, which are one of the best-rated motherboards in the industry. We also give you Life Pro RAM. That RAM is guaranteed for as long as you own that RAM. That's right, the part is guaranteed forever. That's how good of parts we put into our computers. So just get the PC Laptops right now and be assured you're getting the best quality parts and the best authentic lifetime service guarantee. Because at PC Laptops, we love you.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Well, yesterday in Tacoma, things started off rather positive for the Bees as they took a 2-0 lead in the 3rd inning in the completion of the suspended game from Saturday's rain out in Tacoma. But the Rainiers would score 4 runs in the 8th, 2 of them unearned, as on one play, Casey Smith was charged with 2 errors, 1 fielding, 1 throwing. In an inning that saw Asdrubal Cabrera double get singled in by Johnson. Then the errors, a fielder's choice, erased Johnson at the plate, but then back-to-back RBI singles by Adam Jones and Greg Dodds, and a sacrifice fly by Mike Morris capped off a 4-run rally to give the Rainiers a 4-2 win in the opener. But in the regularly scheduled game, talk about a wild one, the Bees had a 2-1 deficit, came back to tie it with 1 out on a bases-loaded walk to Curtis Pride, and then with the bases still loaded and 1 out, Casey Smith came to the plate. Now the 1-1 pitch swung on and popped up into shallow right center field. T.J. Bond makes the catch. Gorno tagged. Here he comes. Here comes the throw, and it's over the head of the catcher, Quiros. Into scores Nick Gorno, and the Bees take a 3-2 lead. So a 3-2 lead at that point, but on one of the most bizarre plays we've seen in a long, long time, with runners at first and second base and 2 out, the Rainiers tied it up. 2 balls, 1 strike to count the pitch. Swinging a one-hopper back to the hill. Balzer has it, the flip to first, and it's thrown away. McPherson lost the throw in the sun. In to score Vaughn. Now here comes another run that's going to stop. Unbelievable. The game is tied at 3-3. Dallas McPherson had no idea the ball was coming his way. It's a tough sun angle that time of the evening if you're at first base and someone's throwing for the mound or at third base. And Dallas never saw the toss from Jason Bolger, and that tied the game at 3. Bolger was able to work out of trouble without the go-ahead runner. In that case, it would have been the winning run coming home. And then Dallas McPherson with 1 out of the 8th put the Bees ahead. Here's a pitch. McPherson lines one toward left. Chu going back. It's up there, and it's gone. An opposite field home run for Dallas McPherson, and the Bees reclaim the lead at 4-3. Second time on the road trip that the Bees infielder Dallas McPherson was able to win a game in extra innings with a solo homer. He did it in Portland, and he did it in Tacoma. So the Bees wind up with a split in the doubleheader, the split in the series with Tacoma, and a winning road trip at 5-3. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Abra scoreboard. That's coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Here's Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizza.
A specialty pizza with unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the works, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply.
More Salt Lake Bees baseball coming up on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Time now for a look at tonight's Abra scoreboard. Windshield chips or cracks got you down. Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. In the PCL, they're at the bottom of the 5th inning in Nashville. Iowa leading the Sounds by a score of 3-0. At Round Rock, they're just underway between Oklahoma and the Express. Likewise for New Orleans at Memphis. Later on, Omaha visits Albuquerque. Colorado Springs hosts Tacoma. Portland visits Sacramento, and Tucson is at Fresno. In the American League, they're in the bottom of the 4th inning at Cleveland. The White Sox lead the Indians 5-0. Paul Konerko with his 7th home run of the year. In the 4th inning at Boston, the Red Sox lead the Yankees 1-0. But New York has the bases loaded with nobody out. In the bottom of the 4th at Baltimore, the Orioles lead Toronto 3-1. In the 6th at Detroit, the Tigers lead Kansas City 1-0 on Maglio Ordonez's 6th home run of the year. At St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay trails Texas 1-0 after 5. Seattle at Minnesota just underway, and the Angels open up a quick 2-game series at home tonight against the Oakland Athletics. In the National League, they're in the bottom of the 4th at Miami. The Marlins leading Philadelphia 5-1. After 4.5 at Atlanta, it's the Braves 2 and the Rockies 0. Bottom of the 5th at Cincinnati, the Reds and the Cardinals are tied at 1-1. Juan Encarnacion with a home run for St. Louis, and Rich Aurelio for Cincinnati. Bottom of the 4th at New York, the Mets trail Washington 1-0, but have the bases loaded with 2 out. After 1 inning at Wrigley, the Cubs lead the Pirates 1-0. After 1 at Milwaukee, the Astros lead the Brewers 1-0. Later on, the Dodgers visit Arizona, and San Francisco plays host to San Diego. Just a reminder, in tonight's game, if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters at a 9-inning game, Dal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $300 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D 3-engine oil designed to give you what you need. We'll be back with the starting lineups for this evening's game right after this 2-minute timeout here in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Now more Salt Lake Bees baseball on ESPN 1230 AM. Here's Steve Klauke.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Time now to get you ready for the game by giving you tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. First of all, for the visiting Las Vegas 51s, managed by Jerry Royster, but he's away on family duty, so longtime Dodgers catcher Steve Yeager will be the interim manager. Leading off the shortstop, Wilson Valdez. Batting second and playing second base, Willie Ibar. Batting third, the right fielder, Andre Ethier. Hitting cleanup will be the designated hitter, Joel Guzman. Batting fifth, the first baseman, James Loney. Hitting sixth and playing left field, Delwyn Young. Batting seventh, the center fielder, John Weber. Hitting eighth, the third baseman, Chris Truby. And batting ninth is the catcher, Edwin Bellarine. Pitching for the 51s will be right-hander William Juarez. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, managed by Brian Harper, leading off the shortstop, Eric Ibar. Batting second and playing left field, Reggie Willits. Hitting third, the center fielder, Tommy Murphy. Batting cleanup and playing third base, Dallas McPherson. Hitting fifth and playing right field, Nick Gorno. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Kendry Morales. Batting seventh and catching, Mike Napoli. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter, Curtis Pride. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Brian Speck. Pitching for the Bees will be right-hander Justin Mosley. A beautiful night here in Salt Lake City. If you're in the neighborhood, come on over and bring the family. It's a Harmon's Family Night. Up to 8 members of the family in for just $16 here at Franklin Covey Field as the Bees get ready to take on the Las Vegas 51s. You've been listening to the On Deck Circle here on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
Salt Lake City Credit Union is a guaranteed home run with personalized service and the best rates and tenors. Salt Lake City Credit Union offers a full menu of financial services, including business services and SBA loans, mortgages, free checking and debit cards, auto loans, and online banking. With 7 locations throughout the valley, they're big enough to provide you with everything you need from a financial institution, and they're small enough to give you the friendly, individualized service you deserve. You owe it to yourself to have an account at Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day.
Eligibility and membership required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Here's Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizza.
A specialty pizza with an unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the works, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged. And the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very good evening and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball here at Franklin Covey Field. A beautiful night here in Salt Lake City as the Bees get ready to take on the Las Vegas 51s. And a game that's not only the first game of a 4-game series, but the first game of an 8-game homestand, which will also feature a 4-game visit by the Tacoma Rainiers. The Bees and 51s met at a 4-game series in April, and the 51s took 3 out of 4, although they did win 2 out of those 3 games in the late innings. One of them in their last at-bat on a 2-out, bases-loaded 2-run single by Wilson Valdez will be leading off for the 51s here in this ball game. So the Bees with some evening up to do against Las Vegas after they won the season series a year ago by 11-5. The all-time series record, 104 wins for Salt Lake, 74 for Las Vegas. In just a moment, the Bees will take the field. We'll have our national anthem, and then we'll be ready to play ball on this Monday night, family night here at the ballpark. Again, Las Vegas in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And a reminder that Friday's opener with Tacoma on Cinco de Mayo features a big fireworks show after the game. And a reminder that that game will start at 6 p.m. rather than 6:30. So the ground rules being discussed at home plate by Bees manager Brian Harper, as well as Steve Yeager, the hitting coach for Las Vegas, and the interim manager in Jerry Royster's absence. It looks like we're just going to have a 2-man umpiring crew. In case you haven't heard the news today, a little bit of a shocker. Minor league umpires rejected their contract offer that had been agreed upon by their negotiators, and minor league baseball, they One report indicated that maybe the vote was 80% to 20% in favor of voting against the plan. And so it's back to using the independent umpiring crew. Here around all of minor league baseball, no new negotiations have been scheduled or are contemplated at this time. So again, the ground rules being discussed here. Just a slight breeze. Looks like it's out of the north, which means it'll be blowing out towards right field. The Bees with an early morning wake-up call today as they flew home from Seattle-Tacoma area. Bees will be home for 8 days, then they'll hit the road again to the Midwest for the first time in 3 years as they'll play 4 at Omaha and 4 at Iowa. Again, the Bees start the day with a half-game lead over Tacoma in the Pacific North Division. Las Vegas a 4-game lead over second-place Tucson in the Pacific South. So in just a moment now, as we speak, the Bees will be taking the field, so let's take them around to their positions. Reggie Willits is in left field, Tommy Murphy in center, and Nick Gorneau is in right. Dallas McPherson at third, Eric Ibar at short, Brian Specht at second, and Kendry Morales is at first. A battery of Dustin Mosley pitching, and Mike Napoli catching. Bees taking the field in their home whites with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. Las Vegas wearing their Dodger-like road grays with the royal blue numerals and lettering trimmed in white. And now all of a sudden the sprinklers pop on, and now thankfully they just turned off. So the sprinklers giving everybody a quick shower in foul territory along the first base side. But right now, here's Stacy Bradshaw with our national anthem. Bradshaw with our national anthem prior to the start of today's game between the Bees and the Las Vegas 51s. Dustin Mosley getting the start for Salt Lake. Again, he worked 1 inning on Saturday, and then the rains came. That is why he's ready to go again just 2 days later. It's almost like he went through an in-between game workout. This will be his 6th start of the year. In 23 innings, he's given up 19 hits, 9 runs. St. of the Mern, he has struck out 21 and walked 7. Mosley has hit 2 batters, thrown 1 wild pitch, and surrendered 3 home runs. Mosley has won 3 and lost 1 with a 3.13 earned run average. The PCL batting .224 against the 6'4", 190-pound right-hander from Texarkana, Texas, Dustin Mosley. Mosley making his 2nd start of the year against Las Vegas. He worked 6 full innings on April the 12th at Cashman Field, gave up 3 hits, no runs, struck out 7, a season high, and did not walk a batter in picking up the win over the 51s in that game. A game the Bees eventually won by a score of 4-0, one of 3 shutouts authored by the Bees pitching staff so far this year. So Mosley with his fastball that can range from 88 to 92 miles per hour, a cutter, a curveball, and a changeup. original first-round draft pick of the Cincinnati Reds. The Bees had Chris Butchek in the rotation. They had 4 former first-round draft choices out of the 5-man rotation. The odd man out, Stephen Shell, was a third-round draft pick. We're just about ready to go here on this beautiful spring evening here in Salt Lake City. Dustin Mosley with another warm-up or two, and then we'll be ready to go. Mike Napoli takes the throw from Mosley, fires a strike down to second base, and we're ready to go.
Number 12,
Wilson Valdez to lead things off. Valdez batting .313, 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 10 runs batted in. He was 4 for 14 in that series in Las Vegas against Salt Lake pitching. Again, had that big 2-run game-winning single to win the first game of that series. Valdez, a right-handed batter from the Dominican Republic. So we're ready to go, and the wind by Mosley. And the first pitch of tonight's game is a fastball down the middle, is strike, and we're underway. So 0-1 the count. Valdez, 70 Major League games played in his career, takes low for a ball. 1-1, playing for the White Sox, Seattle, and San Diego during his career. Overall, his 10th professional season. Now the 1-1 pitch swung on and lofted into center field. Murphy racing back, still going back. It's going to be over his head, up against the warning track in the wall, and Valdez is into second base with a leadoff double. Murphy started cutting across to his left on that one before realizing it was over his head. And by the time he ran it down, it was over his head, one-hopping the wall. So a leadoff double for Wilson Valdez, his third 2-base hit of the season, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Willie Ibar, batting .367, 7 doubles, 6 homers, 28 runs batted in, 7 for 16 against Salt Lake. Leads the PCL with 28 runs batted in, and he takes a strike 0-1. He is 6th in the league with a .367 batting average. The older brother by 10 months of the shortstop Eric Ibar. The pitch to Willie is sliced foul into the seats up the third base side, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And the Bees parent club, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, hosting Oakland tonight. Barry Zito for the A's and Hector Carrasco getting the start for the Angels. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Ibar. The pitch, swinging a ground ball right side, Speck to his left, gobbles it up and throws to first for the out, but Ibar does his job, hits the ball on the ground to the right side, advancing Valdez to third base. So 1 out. Valdez at third for Andre Ethier, the right fielder, batting .349. 3 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 11 runs batted in for Ethier. 4 for 10 against Salt Lake pitching this year. McPherson in about even with the bag at third. Everybody else is back, conceding the run on a ground ball. This early in the ball game, Mosley's pitch. Fastball in under the letters, a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Mosley from the stretch, the 0-1. Breaking ball inside of the belt. That evens the count at 1-1. For Mosley, this is his 5th career start against Las Vegas. He's 2-0 against the 51s with a couple of no decisions. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up foul down the left field line. Eric Ibar giving chase. Overruns the ball as it lands in fair territory. His throw to the plate won't be in time. It's an RBI double for Andre Ethier, and it's 1-0 Las Vegas. Eric Ibar racing over to the line like me. Thought that was a foul ball, but it came drifting back. The wind blowing it back into fair territory and blew it back over the head of Eric Ibar. So Las Vegas with an early 1-0 lead, and for Ethier, his 4th double of the year and his 12th run batted in. Brings up Joel Guzman, batting .330. 5 doubles, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. This is not a team you can give gifts to. Not that that was an easy play. They lead the league with a .296 team batting average. Team can definitely hit. There's a fastball strike on the inside corner, just above the knees, and the count's 0-1. So 1-0 in favor of Las Vegas here in the first inning on a pair of doubles. One well hit, one not so well hit. A one-strike pitch. Swing and a miss as Guzman waves at the cutter, and the count's 0-2. Again, bright sunshine may have played a role in that one. Left field, a very tough sun field, and it also right now affecting the left side of the infield. The shadow of the upper deck at first, not quite to the edge of the grass. Pitch on the way, breaking ball into the dirt. 1-2 the count on Guzman. He was 5 for 17 in that series at Cashman Field. Las Vegas winning 8-7, 5-4, losing 4-0, and winning 5-3 in that series. The 1-2 pitch on the way, just a little bit low, 2-2. The 104 wins for Salt Lake over Las Vegas, the second most for Salt Lake. They've beaten Tucson just a few more times. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Guzman. The pitch, breaking ball, low and outside, and that fills the count at 3-2. On deck, the first baseman, James Loney, who the Keys did not see in that series. Now the right-hander ready, the pitch. Curve low, ball 4. He walked him, so a rough start for Dustin Mosley. Runners at first and second now. James Loney batting .444, 2 doubles and a run batted in since joining the 51s. With 8 hits and 18 at-bats. The runners at first and second, 1 out. Trouble brewing here. 1 run already in for the 51. Here's a swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Loney started the year with Las Vegas, but ended up going to the Dodgers before the season actually began. Came back to Las Vegas on April the 24th. Now the 0-1. Swinging a roller to the right side. Spec 2, his left has it. Goes to second for 1. No chance for the relay from Ibar, but they get the middleman Guzman on the 4 or 6 fielder's choice. So Ethier to third, Loney at first, and the batter will be Delwyn Young, the left fielder. Young comes in batting .237. 6 doubles, 1 homer, 10 runs batted in. Young 2 for 15 against Salt Lake in that series. 1 of his 2 hits was a home run. So runners at the corners, 2 out. 1-0 Las Vegas here in the first. The pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 1 to Young, a left-handed batter. One ball, no strikes. Mosley gets his sign from Napoli. The fake to third to look towards first, but nobody bid on it. And the Bees back home where they were 5-2 on the first homestand of the year. Now the 1-0. Loney takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. Winning 2 out of 3 from Portland after beating Tucson 3 out of 4. Runners at first and third, 2 out. The pitch to Young, swing at a fastball and a foul straight back into the screen. So the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On left-hand hitting Delwyn Young, a switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Mosley. 1-2 the count on Young. Infield back, the outfield playing him around towards left to go the other way. Quick throw to first base, and Loney is back. Dustin Mosley trying to bounce back after a rough effort in his last full start, a loss at Portland on the 23rd of April. 1-2 pitch on the way, low into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Napoli, and the count's even at 2-2. Gave up 5 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings in taking the loss after he had won his first 3 starts. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Young. John Weber, the center fielder, is on deck. Now Mosley ready, the 2-2. Just inside, snap throw to first, and back in with the right hand is Loney. So now the count on Young is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 51's losing a couple of their best pitchers. Jonathan Broxton and Joe Beimel both called up to the Dodgers today. Got to think that that's in response to the bullpen letting a 5-0 lead get away from him in the 9th yesterday. Swing and a miss, and a changeup. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. And after the first half inning of play, it's Las Vegas 1. The Bees are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. Siegfried & Jensen is a proud sponsor of virtually all of Utah's professional teams. The Jazz, the Bees, the Blaze, the Grizzlies, and Real Soccer. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you've been injured in an accident. To help ensure victory if you've been injured, you need a winning legal team on your side. Call us at Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
You already know that R.C. Willey is the place to shop for quality home furnishings, but you may not know that R.C. Willey also works hard to provide solutions for you in your home. With same-day delivery, there's no need to wait. R.C. Willey's professional sales associates will answer your questions and help you find exactly what you need. In-store financing means you deal directly with us. By providing an incredible selection of merchandise, it's easy to find your individual taste and style. Find your solutions today at R.C. Willey. One place, so many possibilities.
Now back to more Salt Lake Bees baseball with Steve Klauke on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, and it's 1-0 now in favor of Las Vegas. Defensively for the 51. Delwyn Young is in left, John Weber in center, and Andre Ethier is in right. Chris Truby at third, Wilson Valdez at short, Willie Ibar at second, and James Loney is at first. A battery of William Juarez pitching, and Edwin Bellarine catching. For Juarez, this will be his 5th start for Las Vegas. In 20 1/3 innings, he's given up 17 hits, 10 runs, 6 of them earned, and struck out 13 but walked 12. He's hit 3 batters, thrown 1 wild pitch, and surrendered 2 home runs. Juarez 1-1 with a 2.66 earned run average. TCL batting a stingy .218 against right-hander William Juarez. Leading things off will be the shortstop, Eric Ibar, batting .312. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 19 runs batted in. First pitch, he runs up, slaps at it, and fouls it at the feet of the catcher, Bellarine, for strike 1. Tough road trip for Ibar. He was just 2 for 15 in Tacoma. 8 for 31 altogether, hitless in the doubleheader yesterday. Now Eric trying to get back on track here. The 0-1 swung on, flat toward third. Truby playing in, gloves it, and throws to first for the out. 1 away. Here's Reggie Willits, the left fielder, batting .298, 4 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, and 8 runs batted in. Willits just back from his stint with the Angels, where he appeared in 2 games. Both times was used only as a pinch runner, so it's been a while since he has batted. He last batted about 10 days ago in the last home game prior to the road trip. There's a fastball strike 0-1 as he was notified about his promotion in the middle of the flight. up to Portland. No balls, one strike to the switch hitting Willits. Probably take him a few days to get into a rhythm. In at third, Truby, the pitch. There's a changeup strike on the outside corner above the knees, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Juarez, 6'2", 205, in his 7th year from Nicaragua. Now the wind by Juarez, and the 0-2 pitch. Up high ball, 1-2. Not too many players from Nicaragua that make it to the big leagues, probably the most famous of which, the longtime right-handed pitcher, primarily with Baltimore, but with several other teams, Dennis Martinez. The 1-2 pitch to Willits. Swung on, a little chop back towards the hill. Juarez with a basket grab. Sets and throws to first, just in time for the out. That throw tailing in towards the runner. The first baseman Loney had to try to backhand it. So 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy, the center fielder. Murphy batting .354. 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 12 runs batted in. So 2 out, nobody on base. 1-0 Las Vegas here in the bottom of the first. So Murphy getting set to stand in. A pitch on the way. Well, did high ball one, despite his great effort, including that 7 RBI game in Portland. Murphy did not win PCL Batter of the Week honors. 1-0 pitch is a changeup high, ball 2, 2-0. Jack Cust of Portland won the award. He hit .615 during the week with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. Higher batting average than Tommy and just as many are RBI. 2-0 pitch, a fastball down the middle is strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike the count on switch hitting Tommy Murphy. The Bees with 3 switch hitters at the top of the order. 2-1 pitch on the way. A fastball strike on the outside corner, just under the belt. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield shaded towards left. Now Juarez ready, the 2-2. Murphy swings and fouls it back. So the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Juarez, acquired from Arizona, January of last year in the Sean Green deal. Pitched at Double-A Jacksonville a year ago. The 2-2 again. Murphy swings and grounds 1 foul up the first base side. 38 appearances, 14 of them starts for the Jacksonville Suns, the Southern League champions. 6-5 record for Juarez, who is 2-0 for the Suns in the Southern League playoffs. One publication had the Jacksonville Ball Club, the Dodgers Double-A team last year, as the best team in minor league baseball last year. 2-2 the count on Murphy. Now Juarez delivers. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side, headed up towards the roof, or actually into the upper deck. Third base side, so the count remains 2-2 on Murphy. Has a .500 batting average so far this year against Las Vegas pitching, 6 for 12. Two and two the count on Murphy. Now Juarez winds the pitch. Change up high and outside to the left-hand batter, and that fills the count at 3-2. Shadows creeping halfway across the infield dirt on the left side. Still a tough sun field and left. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Murphy. Swung on, chopped up the middle. Valdez to his left has it. Behind second base. Throws to first for the out, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Bees, and at the end of 1, it's Las Vegas 1. The Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizzas.
A specialty pizza with unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the works, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply.
can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Krauke.
All right, we go to the second inning. It's 1-0 Las Vegas. And leading things off with the 51s here in the second inning will be John Weber, the center fielder. He'll be followed by Chris Truby and Edwin Bellarine, the bottom third of the order, 2 up for Las Vegas as they sent 6 men to the plate in the first, scoring one of them. John Weber batting .216, 5 doubles and 5 runs batted in. First pitch from Mosley down low, ball 1. Weber was 2 for 12 against Salt Lake in the series at Cashman Field, and both of his hits were doubles. Now the 1-0. Weber slaps one foul outside the coach's box, if there were one, over at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Weber. He's opening up their second homestand of the year. Now the pitch, swing and a miss in the count, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Las Vegas yesterday beating Colorado Springs 4-2, beating the Sky Sox 3 out of 4 in that series. Now the wind of the 1-2. Swung on and popped up. Short left field, Ibar, the shortstop, going out, calling for it, and he'll make the catch in fair territory for out number 1. So Weber retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Chris Truby, the third baseman. Truby batting .224.
Number 28, Chris Truby.
2 doubles, 1 homer, 9 runs batted in for Truby, who's 3 for 13 against Salt Lake pitching this year. We mentioned Jack Cust of Portland, the batter of the week in the PCL. The pitcher of the week, the 51's Aaron Seeley, former Angel, and actually pitched 3 games for the Stingers 1 year. There's an off-speed pitch that's a little bit high, ball 1. Seeley did not allow an earned run in 12 2/3 innings in a pair of starts last week, getting a 1 win and 1 no decision. The 1-0 to Truby. Breaking ball, and that's in at the knees, a strike 1-1. Struck out 12, walked 2. He pitched yesterday, so the Bees will miss Seeley in this visit by Las Vegas. Now the line and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a cutter in the dirt, 1-2. These two teams will also square off Memorial Day weekend out at Cashman Field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield, deep and around towards left for Truby as Mosley deals. Fastball sails high and goes all the way back to the screen. And evens the count on Truby at 2-2. Truby, a veteran of 263 Major League games played with Houston, Montreal, Detroit, and Tampa Bay. In the PCL, this is Truby's 4th stop, having previously played for New Orleans, Nashville, and Omaha, where he played last year. Now the wind of the 2-2. Swung on, grounded behind the bag at third. Backhanded by McPherson. The long throw across, in time for the out. Nicely done by Dallas McPherson. About 15 feet behind the bag at third. Backhanded the ball. Actually planted that right foot in foul territory before throwing the strike. And actually, that's not Dallas McPherson. That's Casey Smith over at third base. So apparently the Bees have made a lineup change. So that's Casey Smith. over at third base. The pitch. Fastball a little bit low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Mosley's pitch. Breaking ball over for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Edwin Bellarine, batting .308. 1 double, 1 run batted in, swings and taps 1 foul behind home plate, and the count's 1-2. Bellarine, last year at Class A Vero Beach in the Florida State League, did not face the Bees over in Las Vegas. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the right-hand batter as Mosley deals. Swinging a foul back into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The infield back. Now Mosley winds again the 1-2. Her ball bounces in, and that evens the count on Bellarine at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bellarine from Venezuela, 24-year-old catcher, signed as an undrafted free agent by the Dodgers in September of 1998. There's a swing and a tap towards the hole at short, backhanded by Ivar in short left. The long throw just in time for the out, a bang-bang play. Eric Ivar gets to show off that strong right arm. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Las Vegas 1, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
More Salt Lake Bees baseball coming up on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back. It's 1-0 Las Vegas as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Kendry Morales will lead things off. Morales moves up to the number 6 spot of the batting order. The rest of the moves we'll have to wait and see. So Kendry Morales replacing Dallas McPherson as far as the cleanoff man is concerned.
It's the first baseman, number 17. Kendry Morales.
Morales batting .235, 2 doubles, 3 homers, and 11 runs batted in. With Nick Gorneau to follow. Try to get word on why Dallas is not in the lineup. The first pitch on the way, and Morales takes high and inside, ball 1. Kendry 6 for 17 against Las Vegas pitching in the series over at Cashman Field. The pitch. Swung on in line, foul. Quickly into the crowd down the third base side. The count on Kendry is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Juarez last start for Las Vegas, he went 7 innings, his longest outing of the year. Gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. And a no decision with Sacramento as Kendry takes high for a ball. 2-1 the count. Bees trailing Las Vegas by a score of 1-0. Now the pitch from Juarez, a fastball down the middle, but a little bit high, and the count's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike as a third umpire has arrived. Juarez Wynn came in his first start, April the 9th, against Fresno. 3 balls, 1 strike, the pitch to Morales. Fastball high, he walked him, and the leadoff man's aboard for the Bees here in the second inning. That'll bring up Nick Gourneau. Gourneau batting .279, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, and 14 runs batted in. Looks like Mike Napoli has slid into the number 6 spot as he takes a stance on deck. So Gourneau, the batter, 3 for 13 against Las Vegas this year. The pitch, Gourneau swings and loops one foul into the crowd down the right field line. Good catch by the fan with a glove down there, and the count 0-1 on Nick Gourneau. Wouldn't be surprised to see the rest of the lineup slid up one spot, and Casey Smith inserted into the number 9 position. Throw to first base, and Morales is back. No balls, 1 strike the count of the right-hand batter. The pitch. Curveball is low, and the count on Gourneau is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One to nothing Las Vegas here in the bottom of the second inning. Now the pitch. Gourneau swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Nick Gourneau. League leader in runs batted in a year ago with 108. Also had a career high with 26 home runs. Juarez ready. The turn of the toss to first sends Morales back. Gourneau last year also second in the league in runs scored with 106. Third in triples with 11. And third in total extra base hits with 62. Now Juarez ready, and the 1-2 to Gourneau. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. 1 down here in the second inning.
Batting 6 is the catcher, number 15, Mike Napoli.
Here's Mike Napoli, the catcher, hitting .239, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. Just a reminder that if a Bees player hits for the cycle in a game at home during a regulation 9-inning game, you're out at the ballpark, you could win $10,000 in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest. Tell you about that in just a moment as the pitch comes home, a breaking ball strike. 0-1 the count on Napoli. Napoli 3 for 17 against Las Vegas pitching. On the season, the infield double play depth, the pitch. Napoli takes us a little bit high, a ball 1-1. If a player gets a single, double, triple, and home run, you could win $10,000 here, courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. Register to win at the Franklin Covey Field Customer Service booth. And don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architects of Wealth, as the curveball is in for a strike. And the count on Napoli is 1-2. Leadoff walk for Kendry Morales. He's still at first with 1 out. Juarez stares in, gets his sign, the right-hander ready. And the 1-2 pitch to Napoli. Curveball into the dirt. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. The entire infield now pretty much covered in shadow. But left field still tough with the sunshine. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Fastball high, and that fills the count at 3-2. Well, it's a real roll of the dice here. Brian Harper sends Morales. Napoli second on the ball club in strikeouts. And Kendry does not run all that well. Well, he runs well, just not fast. Move to first base, and Kendry is back. Brian Harper going through the signs over in the coach's box at third. Now Juarez from the stretch. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Instead, he steps off and looks Morales back towards first. Three and two on Napoli with Curtis Pride due next. Now Juarez ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and lofted into left center field. Weber going back, still going back. It's up there, and it's gone. A two-run home run for Mike Napoli, and the Bees are out in front by a score of 2-1. A high, towering fly ball that had legs and landed halfway up the berm just to the center field side of the big light tower in left center field. So a pretty good poke for Mike Napoli, and the Bees take the lead. For Juarez, that's his third home run allowed this year. So the Bees with a 2-1 lead. For Napoli, his third home run of the year. His eighth and ninth runs batted in. Brings up Curtis Pride, the designated hitter. There's a pitch outside a ball. For Napoli, his first home run since the 21st of April against Tucson. 1 ball to count, the pitch. Pride takes right down the middle of strike 1-1. Casey Smith on deck, so he'll hit in the number 8 spot with Brian Speck staying in the number 9 position. The 1-1 to Pride. A changeup outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. So the Bees with the lead now here in the second inning. Swing. And a line shot foul. So everybody's all right down the left field side, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's leading 2-1. Here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Curtis. The pitch. Swing, a little chop out in front of the plate. Bubbling in his Juarez, and he can't find the handle on it. Curtis is safe. A little one-hopper. I think Juarez had a chance to get that one while it was still on the first hop, but he let it take a second bounce, and that's where his troubles began. So Pride at first with 1 out, and the batter will be Casey Smith. Batting .222 since coming up from Double-A Arkansas. 1 double and 1 run batted in. So Pride at first with 1 out. Still no indication as to whether or not it's a hit or an error. The pitch, Pride goes. The pitch is low. The throw to second base, not in time. It'll be a stolen base for Curtis, who's now a perfect 5 out of 5. So 1 ball to count on Casey with Curtis at second base. Still no ruling yet on whether it was a hit or an error. So Curtis, the lead at second base, and it has been ruled an error. Here's a swing and a ground ball to short. Pride will go to third, but now he's caught in a rundown as the ball was hit in front of him. Valdez to Truby, who flips into the second baseman Ibar. Pride slips and falls, but stays in the rundown long enough for Casey Smith to take second base. Now they're going to rule interference on Las Vegas for knocking Curtis Pride down. The umpire is saying Chris Truby knocked him down on the base pass. Chris Truby is saying Curtis Pride slipped and fell. So that'll go as a fielder's choice. Runners at second and third, 1 out if the play holds. Ryan Speck, the batter, hitting .273, 3 doubles, a homer, and 5 runs batted in. So Steve Yeager, the manager for Las Vegas, the interim manager, arguing the call with the third base umpire, saying that the umpire ruling interference. And now Steve Yeager getting a little extra argument in before heading back to the dugout. So runners will be at second and third with one out. The runners at second and third, one down, and Brian Speck the batter. He's leading 2-1, and some controversy at the old ballpark. The infield all the way around is in with runners at second and third. And one out. Speck the batter. Juarez ready to pitch. Breaking ball inside at the knees. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield cheating in a bit for Speck. Now Juarez ready to pitch. Up a little high, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Speck. He's with 2 in the inning so far on the home run by Mike Napoli. Pride reaching out an error, stealing second and going to third on a interference call with Smith going to second. The pitch, swinging a ground ball right side. Ibar's got it. Looks to the plate. Doesn't throw there. He'll go to first for the out as Curtis Pride scores to make it a 3-1 ball game. For Speck, that's his 6th run batted in. Ibar thought about going to the plate, but Pride broke off the bag quickly at third. On the play, Casey Smith goes to second. It's an unearned run, but a run nonetheless, and the Bees lead it 3-1 with a man at third, 2 out for Eric Ibar. Bounced out to Truby at third, his first time up. Ken Howell, the pitching coach now for Las Vegas, arguing at the far end of the third base dugout with the third base umpire. And Ken Howell's just been taught. And now he's going to go to the umpire to get his money's worth. The umpire rolls up his sleeves, folds his arms. So Ken Howell not very happy. Neither is Steve Yeager at this point. Now Ken Howell gives the third base umpire the thumb before he heads back to the dugout. So a runner at third, 2 out when play resumes, but if Steve Yeager's not careful, he may be next. I wonder if it's the trainer or the strength coach who's next in line, as the manager, Jerry Royster, is not here. Surprisingly, the pitcher, Juarez, is not trying to stay loose by warming up with his catcher, Bellarine. So 2 outs, a runner at third base. And the batter will be Eric Ibar. The outfield in and around towards left for Eric. Tried to slap a ball by Truby at third his first time up, but Truby made the play. Juarez will work from the windup with a runner at third, 2 out. And the pitch to Ibar is a little bit high, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander, Juarez. The 1-ball pitch. Ibar swings and bounces 1 foul into the Bees dugout at first. The count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Brian Harper, Bees manager, coaching over at third base with the hitting coach Jim Efford over at first. The 1-1 pitch. Ibar takes a changeup high, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Eric. Again, hitless in the doubleheader yesterday, so he'd like to get back on track. Now the 2-1. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 3. 3-1 the count on Ibar with Reggie Willits due next. 3 balls, 1 strike. Juarez from the stretch, the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to right center field, but Ethier, the right fielder, drifting back is there. Still going back as the wind carries it, but he makes the over-the-shoulder catch to retire the side. The Bees scored 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the third. It's the Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, what, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make one phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day Solution headquarters. 545-0445. Call now.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Now more Salt Lake Bees baseball on ESPN 1230 AM. Here's Steve Klauke.
We head to the third, 3-1 in favor of the Bees on Buck-a-Brat night here at the ballpark. And head mine for the night. Wilson Valdez, Willie Ibar, and Andre Ethier, the top of the order, due up for Las Vegas here in the third. Wilson Valdez doubled over the head of Tommy Murphy in center field in the first inning to start off the ball game, and eventually came in to score on Ethier's pop-up double down the left field line. First pitch here, Valdez takes the curveball in under the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1. It's also time for our third inning update of the Abra scoreboard. As Mosley deals the 0-1. Curveball low, 1-1 the count in the PCL. At Nashville in the bottom of the eighth, the Sounds trailing Iowa 4-3. Now the 1, the 1-1. Swung on, chopped towards third. Casey Smith, a step to his left, has it, and throws a strike to first for the out. One away, that'll bring up Willie Ibar, the second baseman. Grounded out to his counterpart, Brian Specht, his first time up. In the bottom of the third at Round Rock, Oklahoma leads the Express 5-3. The Redhawks scoring all 5 of their runs in the top of the first. Third inning at Memphis, the Redbirds lead New Orleans 2-1. In the third at Albuquerque, the Isotopes lead Omaha 1-0 as Mosley misses outside ball one. Tacoma and Colorado Springs just underway. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Ibar way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Later on, Portland at Sacramento, and Tucson visits Fresno. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ibar. Mosley's pitch. Fastball outside, 2-1 the count in the American League. The White Sox lead Cleveland 7-1 at the end of 6 at Jacobs Field. Paul Konerko with his 7th home run for Chicago. 2-1 pitch is a fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 2-2. Bottom of the 7th at Fenway, the Red Sox and the Yankees are tied 3-3. Now Mosley winds the 2-2 to Ibar. Swing and a foul coming back our way, is right over the window. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Toronto hit Baltimore with 3 runs in the 7th. The Blue Jays now leading the Orioles in the Battle of the Birds 5-3. 2 home runs for former Angel Troy Gloss. Now the 2-2 again to Ibar. Change up his high, ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. Detroit beat Kansas City 3-2. Home runs for Maglio Ordonez and Craig Monroe for the Tigers. Mosley winds the 3-2 to Ibar. Swinging a ground ball foul off his front foot. I don't think the home plate umpire thought that hit him in the foot. He was following the ball all the way up the line. and then pointed foul when Morales picked it up. So the count remains full at 3-2. Texas leads at Tampa Bay 3-0 in the ninth. Rod Barajas with his second home run of the year for the Rangers. 3-2 again to Ibar is high for ball 4. Second walk issued by Mosley, and the 51s have a runner at first with one out. Brings up Andre Ethier.
Number 21, Andre Ethier.
Hit that high pop fly into shallow left field that Eric Ibar, the shortstop for the Bees, overran. It landed behind him for a double and a run batted in. Seattle leads at Minnesota 3-1 in the fifth. The Twins licking their wounds after the pacing they took over the weekend from Detroit. Pitch on the way. Ethier takes a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Tigers outscoring the Twins in that series 33-1. Angels and A's still about 35-40 minutes away from getting started at Anaheim. 1 ball to count on Ethier. The pitch swung on, ripped down the right field line, but hooking foul. So the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. National League, Phillies have scored 4 in the 7th, 2 more now in the 8th, and have taken a 7-5 lead at Florida. Pat Burrell with his 8th home run. Tim Hudson a 1-hit shutout as the Braves playing Colorado 2-0 in Atlanta. Jason Jennings pitched well but takes the loss for the Rockies. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Ethier. Mosley from the belt. The turn of the toss to first to the runner's back. Cincinnati 6 and St. Louis 1. The Reds batting in the bottom of the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th at Shea, the Mets and Washington are tied 1-1. Carlos Delgado's 10th home run of the year accounting for the Mets run. A 1-1 to Ethier. Swung on and lifted in the air towards right center field. Gorneau racing over at the edge of the track is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning, and back to first goes Ibar. So 2 down. That'll bring up Joel Guzman, who walked his first time up. Ball went a long way, but it just didn't sound right when it hit his bat, as if he had gotten all of it. After 5.5 in Chicago, the Cubs won, the Pirates nothing. Bottom of the 5th at Milwaukee, the Brewers and the Astros are tied at 1. Carlos Lee with his 11th home run of the year for Milwaukee. Later on, the Dodgers at Arizona. San Francisco hosts San Diego. Here it's 3-1 Bees in the 3rd. Mosley ready. The pitch to Guzman is low, ball 1. A 1 ball, no strikes to count. A couple of NBA playoff games are underway. Now the 1-0. Change up high and inside to the right-hand batter. 2-0 on Guzman. Second half just underway at Memphis. Dallas going for the 4-game series sweep, leading the Grizzlies 48-41. Late in the second quarter at Milwaukee, Detroit trying to go up on the Bucks 3-1. Lead the Milwaukee 44-38. Later on, the Clippers host Denver. There's a pitch down low, ball 3. Clippers with a win, takes the series. 3-0 the count on Guzman. Ibar at first with 2 out. James Loney, the first baseman, is on deck. Mosley ready. The 3-0 pitch to Guzman. Fastball strike 3-1. Mosley's control coming into this game, it walked 7 in 23 innings. He's already walked 2 here. And make it 3 as that pitch misses inside for ball 4. So now runners are at first and second base with 2 out.
Number 33, James Loney.
So here's James Loney, who bounced into a fielder's choice, his first time up. So Loney the batter in 14 games for the Dodgers this year. Loney hitting .225, 9 for 40 with a double, a triple, and 3 runs batted in. Loney, 6'2", 220, left-handed batter from Houston, Texas. A pitch, a fastball, and it's on the inside corner to Bell to strike 0-1. Loney will turn the ripe old age of 22 on Sunday. No balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. That one just outside at the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. He's leading 3-1 here in the top of the third. Mosley ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's down in the count now, 1-2. Last year, Loney played almost the entire season. Well, at Double-A Jacksonville, played in every game but 6, I believe, for the Suns. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the left-hand batter. Mosley ready. The runner at second takes off. The pitch is high. Thrown to third base, and out at third base on a caught stealing is Willie Ibar. Second time he's attempted to steal this year. Second time he's been thrown out. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Bees 3 and Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who is in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Weight Watchers meeting. To go or not to go? If you know that losing weight is only half the battle, if you love food but want to manage it better, if you can laugh at your mistakes but like to share your successes, go. Because people who go to Weight Watchers meetings lose 3 times more weight than those who go it alone. The sooner you get started, the sooner you'll see results. Go to the meeting finder at WeightWatchers.com. Then go to Weight Watchers and watch yourself change. 3 times claim is shown in the Journal of the American Medical Association.
Now back to more Salt Lake Bees baseball with Steve Kalki on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the third. Bees leading by a score of 3-1. It'll be Reggie Willett, Tommy Murphy, and Kendry Morales, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to face William Juarez. Willett shows fun and takes a fastball high, ball 1. Reggie bounced back to the mound his first time up. First at bat in 10 days after being called up to the Angels and strictly being used as a pinch runner. 1-0 pitch, and Willett drills a base hit into center field. So Reggie Willett's aboard with a leadoff single, hit number 2 for the Bees. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy, who grounded out to the shortstop, Wilson Valdez, his first time up. He's leading 3-1. Time now for a look at this date in Salt Lake PCL history. Brought to you by MedOne Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. MedOne Medical, the sleep professionals. Juarez ready, and the first pitch to Murphy. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Willits is back. On this date in 1994, Tim McIntosh becomes the first player in franchise history to hit 3 home runs in the same game. At Albuquerque as the Buzz knock off the Dukes 9-7. There goes the runner Willett. The pitch is high. The throw bounces in, and Reggie's in with a head-first slide. His 5th stolen base in as many tries. 1 ball to count on Murphy. Second steal for the Bees tonight. His first and third inning home runs came with 2 men on base, while his blast in the 8th came with the bases empty. Since then, 7 others have hit 3 homers in 1 game. In a Salt Lake uniform, the curveball low, 2-0. The last one to do so was Adam Riggs at Portland on August the 13th of 2004. 2 balls, no strikes. Juarez delivers. Swung on and fouled up to the upper deck to our left, and the count's 2-1. To stay in Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by Med1 Medical. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med1 Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. 2 balls and a strike on Murphy. The whirl and the pickoff throw, and it's gloved by Valdez way over on the first base side of the bag as Willits gets back in with a head-first dive. Truvy in close at third on the edge of the grass. Now Juarez ready, the 2-1. Willits takes off, the pitch is high, the throw to third, and Reggie is out. Caught stealing 2-5, and that makes the first time that Reggie's been thrown out trying to steal this year. 3-1 the count now on Tommy Murphy. So Willits stole second, but thrown out trying to steal third. He was 0 for 1 in stolen base attempts with the Angels. Now the 3-1 to Murphy. Off speed and in for a strike, and it fills the count at 3-2. Three and two, the count on Murphy. Now Juarez ready, the payoff pitch. High and inside, he walked him. That's the second walk issued by Juarez, and now the Bees have a runner at first with 1 out.
Well satisfied Tommy with an end of the Harvard gift. Now, sure, we give our...
The Bees
Mr. Gray, and what do you kind of
lead the league by having 19, now 20 runners thrown out trying to steal. Their 31 successful stolen base attempts. Second to Nashville's 44. Now Juarez ready, the pitch. And it's a little bit outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Lead at first base for Murphy with 1 out. Throw over to first high, but Loney able to stretch up and pull that one back in. Andrew Morales walked and scored in the second inning. Infield double play depth behind the pitcher Juarez as the right-hander steps off and looks Murphy back towards first. Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 here in the bottom of the third. Now Juarez ready. From the belt, the pitch. High and outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Kendry. And the Bees starting the day a half game ahead of Tacoma. In the PCL's Pacific Conference North Division, Tacoma opening up a series at Colorado Springs. That game tied 1-1 in the second. The 2-0 to Morales. The runner goes, and Murphy will have to go back to first as Morales fouls that one back over the roof to the left of home plate. So the count on Kendry, 2 balls and 1 strike. Brian Harper finishing his signs over in the coach's box at third. Murphy the lead at first base. Juarez ready, the 2-1. Murphy doesn't go, and the fastball misses high, ball 3. And judging from the reaction of Juarez on the mound, he thought that one was a strike. 3-1 the count on Morales. Now Juarez ready, the pitch. Murphy takes off, now stops and goes again. Line drive, right center field. Weber on the run, reaches up and makes the catch. Murphy makes the U-turn and heads back to first and gets in ahead of the one-hop throw. Morales with a hard hit ball, but Weber able to run that one down in right center. So here's Nick Gorneau. He struck out swinging his first time up. So runner at first base, 2 out. Juarez ready from the stretch. The first pitch to Gorneau. A pitch out, but Murphy was not going. Ball 1 the count on Nick. So the Bees with a 14-9 month of April. Pretty good start, considering all but 7 of the games played in the month were played on the road. Costa first, and Murphy's back in standing up. After the first month, though, best record in the league honors go to Albuquerque. They're at 17-7. They won 11 of their last 12, that included a 9-game winning streak at one point. Gorno swings and grounds one foul off the fencing in front of the first base dugout, but out of the reach of netman. And the count on Gorno is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one the count on Nick. 2 out, a runner at first base. Juarez ready, and he steps off and looks the runner Murphy back towards first. Now Juarez ready. The pitch. Slider misses low for a ball. 2-1 the count on Gorno with Mike Napoli on deck. Again, Chris Butchek became the 4th player this season to be promoted to the Angels when he was called up Sunday evening, the second pitcher to go up, as Kevin Gregg was the other. Now the 2-1. Swung on and lifted foul over the roof down the right field line, and the count's even at 2-2. To make room for him on the roster, Reggie Willits returns to Salt Lake. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Juarez ready. Again, he steps off and looks Murphy back towards first. Now Juarez ready. Murphy takes off. The 2-2 pitch is inside. The throw to second base won't be in time. It's a little bit high, and Murphy slides in under the tag for his 3rd stolen base in 8 tries. That's the 3rd steal of the game. The season high for the Bees, 5. In that game that they stole 5 bases in, however, 3 others were caught stealing. Here they have 3 steals and 1 caught stealing. Here's Gorno on the 3-2, and he fouls it back. So Murphy in scoring position at second with 2 out and a full count on Nick Gorno. Three and 2, full count on the right-handed batter from Springfield, Massachusetts. Juarez ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. Low, ball 4. That's the second walk of the inning, the 3rd of the game issued by Juarez. That'll bring up Mike Napoli. Napoli with that 2-run home run is first time up. Steve Yeager, the interim manager, and I guess the interim pitching coach, with Ken Howell having been ejected, going out to the mound to talk things over. Runners will be at first and second base with 2 out. The meeting on the mound, a brief one, as Yeager heads back to the third base dugout. So Mike Napoli standing in. So Murphy, the runner at second, Gorno at first. Juarez ready, and the pitch to Napoli. Swing and a miss, a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A lot of bases on balls in this game. Now the 1-strike pitch. Curveball low, 1-1. Juarez has issued 3. Mosley has issued 3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Juarez with a check of the runner Murphy at second base. The 1-1 home, and Napoli takes low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Travis Hafner has hit a grand slam for Cleveland. In the bottom of the 7th, they still trail Chicago 7-5. At one point, that game was 7-0 in favor of the White Sox. The 2-1 pitch to Napoli. Instead, Juarez, who seems more concerned about the base runner, steps off and looks Murphy back towards second base. 2-1 on Napoli. Juarez ready, the pitch. This is inside at the knees, ball 3. 3-1 the count. A wide one here would load the bases for Curtis Pride. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Juarez from the belt ready, the 3-1 pitch. Napoli swings and misses at a fastball, and that fills the count at 3-2. So that means the runners will automatically take off with the pitch with a full count, 2 outs, runners at first and second here in the bottom of the third. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Juarez payoff pitch, the runners go, swing and a miss, he struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners were left on the base paths. As we go to the 4th here in Salt Lake City, it's the Bees 3 and Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, what, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make one phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day Solution headquarters. 545-0445. Call now.
Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
All right, we go to the 4th inning. 3-1 the score in favor of the Bees. It'll be James Loney, Delwyn Young, and John Weber due up to face right-hander Dustin Mosley. Loney was at the plate when Willie Ibar was thrown out trying to steal third base to end the 3rd inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Bees. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Las Vegas. As the third baseman Truby gets charged with an error on the interference call against him, against Curtis Pride in the 2nd inning. There's a breaking ball to Loney in at the knees, a strike, and the count's 0-1. It's been a scuffle at times for Dustin Mosley. The 0-1 pitch swung on and lined to center field, a base hit. Hit number 3 for Las Vegas, and Loney's aboard with a leadoff single.
Left field, number 13, Delwyn Young.
Brings up Delwyn Young, who struck out swinging his first time up. Three to 1 Bees here in the 4th. And this is a Harmon's family night with the Bees. There's a fastball, and that's in for a strike. 0-1. Stop by your local Harmon store and pick up a family night voucher that's good for 8 family members for just $16 and redeem it at the Bees box office. Harmon's, your neighborhood grocer. The 0-1 to Young, swung on, little flare, shallow left. Looks like trouble. Ibar on the run, can't get to it. It drops in for a base hit. Kicks the ball a bit out in left field, and on to third base goes Loney. Young holds it first, but now the 51s have runners at the corners with nobody out. That's twice they've been able to drop a little top fly into left field. By the way, the next Harmon's family night, 1 week from tonight, when the Bees wrap up a series with the Tacoma Rainiers. So runners at first and third, nobody out, and John Weber, the batter, he popped up to the shortstop Ibar, his first time up. Bees infield at double play depth. They'll gladly concede a run to turn 2 if they can. So now Mosley in a jam. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. The pitch. Swinging a cue shot foul off the end of the bat, rolling towards the third base dugout for strike one. 0-1 the count on Weber. Left-handed batter digging in against the righty, Dustin Mosley, who comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swung on line, past the diving Casey Smith in the left field, a base hit. Walking in from third is Loney. Stopping at second base is Young. 3 straight singles for the 51s. Produce a run, and is now a 3-2 ball game in favor of the Bees. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. And the batter will be Chris Truby, who's bounced out to third, his first time up. So 2 line drives and a blooper. Producing a run here in the fourth, and again the 51s with runners at first and second base, nobody out for the league's leading team in batting average. Pitch on the way, Truby bunts and fouls it back to the base of the screen for strike one. 0-1 the count to the right-hand batter, with Edwin Bellarine due next. Las Vegas at 296 for a team batting average. Coming in, Nashville second in the league at 285. The Bees third at 279, although Nashville and Salt Lake have each scored more runs than Las Vegas. Smith even with the bag at third. The middle infielders at double play depth. Morales in at first. Pickoff throw to second base. Almost gets away. A nice save by Brian Specht as he tumbles over the base runner Delwyn Young, keeping that ball from going into center field. No balls, 1 strike to count on Truby. Outfield shaded towards left, playing Truby to pull. Now Mosley stares in, gets his sign. The 0-1 pitch, the runners take off, and it's punched. A diving catch by Morales at first. They get 2, they get 3, a triple play! Runners were going. Chris Truby with a line drive and a diving catch by Kendry Morales for 1 out. Touched second base for 2 and through to the shortstop Ibar to triple off Delwyn Young. A triple play pulled by the Bees, and with that triple play, Albertsons donates $1,000 to the Utah Food Bank. 1 run, 3 hits, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Bees 3, Las Vegas 2 on ESPN 1230.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Hey, this is Dan, the computer man from PC Laptops. I just want to take a minute of your time to help teach you how to shop for a computer. And a lot of people, you know, when they shop for a computer, they just look at specifications. Just for example, a 250 gig hard drive or 1 gig of RAM or 17-inch LCD. A lot of companies will just tell you the size, but not what kind of part you're getting. And the reason why they do that, though, is they try to sell you a substandard, lower quality part and trick you into getting a machine that's not what you thought. But when you come to PC Laptops, you're going to be assured to get the best parts. Just for example, we use top-rated Western Digital brand hard drives. We also use Asus brand motherboards, which are one of the best-rated motherboards in the industry. We also give you Life Pro RAM. That RAM is guaranteed for as long as you own that RAM. That's right, the part is guaranteed forever. That's how good of parts we put into our computers. So just get into PC Laptops right now and be assured you're getting the best quality parts and the best authentic lifetime service guarantee. Because at PC Laptops, we love you.
More Salt Lake Bees baseball coming up on ESPN 1230 AM.
A rare among rarities, a triple play turned by the Bees on the line drive in the top of the fourth inning. Curtis Prime to lead things off, and there's a fastball low, ball 1. Again, the runners were being sent, and Kendry Morales made a great diving catch of the liner, and once he made that grab, the triple play was just about in the bag. The 0-1, the swing and a miss to the fastball. And again, we kind of rambled through that a moment ago, and Albertsons, with the Bees pulling off a triple play at home, donates $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Now the pitch to Pride. Low and outside of all. 1-2 the count on Curtis. Pride leading things off here in the fourth inning. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul just outside the bag at first. Pride to be followed by Casey Smith and then Brian Speck. 3-2 in favor of the Bees, but that play spectacular in its own right, but prevented what could have been a big inning for Las Vegas. There's a fastball high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Curtis. I'm sure the Utah Food Bank happy about that triple play. The 2-2 offering to Pride. Changeup is high, ball 3. 3-2 the count on Curtis. Red Sox have just taken a 4-3 lead on the Yankees in the 8th inning. Mark Loretta, an RBI single. 3-2 payoff pitch, and Pride takes high for ball 4. 4th walk issued by Juarez. That'll bring up Casey Smith. Bounced into a fielder's choice. Last time up that led to the controversial call on the interference on the rundown on Curtis Pride between second and third. Activity beginning to stir now in the Las Vegas bullpen as Juarez continues to struggle with the strike zone. First pitch to Casey, shows bunt, takes a fastball high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So a right-hander starting to throw for Las Vegas. T.J. Knoll. Throw to first base, and the runner is back. 1 ball, the count on Casey. With a runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now the pitch, Curtis takes off. The pitch is flat foul at the first base side. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Probably have to double check my records. I believe that's only the second triple play pulled off in Salt Lake franchise history. The other one, I believe, came during the Buzz era. 1 ball, 1 strike on Smith. The pitch. Off speed and over on the inside corner above the knees, and the count on Casey's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Smith. A 1-run lead for the Bees here in the bottom of the 4th. Throw to first base, and Curtis is back. 1-2 the count on Casey with Brian Speck due next. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Andre Ethier drifting back towards the corner, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Curtis retreats back to first base. 1 out. That'll bring up Brian Speck, who drove in a run with a ground out in the 2nd inning. For Brian, that was his 6th RBI of the year, his first against Las Vegas. Brian trying to snap out of an 0-for-12 skid that includes 0-for-11 at Tacoma. First pitch on the way, a fastball strike in the outside corner under the belt, 0-1. Now they're batting .400, 6-for-15 in the series at Portland. 1 strike the count. The pitch to Speck. Fastball high. Evens the count on Bryant at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, Bees involved in another tight game after 4 close ones in a row. There goes Pride taking off, swing and a miss. Throw to second base, and safe at second base is Curtis with a stolen base, his second of the game, and that's the fourth for the Bees in the contest. The count's 1-2 now on Brian Speck. Really, all the games on the road trip were close. No game decided by more than 3 runs in Portland or in Tacoma. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Speck now with a runner in scoring position. Juarez delivers, swinging a ground ball right side. Scooping it up, Loney. The underhand lead toss is just in time to Juarez for the out. On the play, Pride takes third base. So 3-1 on the putout. Here's Eric Ibar, 0 for 3. He's bounced to third and flied to right field. So it's going to take a 2-out base hit here for the Bees to capitalize on this opportunity. Ibar hitting .429 so far this year with runners in scoring position and 2 out. First pitch to Ibar, swung on, ground ball to the shortstop Valdez, who is left, slips and falls, but from the seat of his pants, throws to first in time for the out on a bang-bang play. Wilson Valdez had his feet go out from under him, and from the seat of his pants, got enough on that throw to gun down the speedy Eric Ibar by an eyelash. No runs, no hits, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the 5th. These 3, Las Vegas 2 on ESPN 1230.
Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizzas.
A specialty pizza with an unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the works, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, what, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make 1 phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day Solution headquarters. 545-0445. Call now.
Wilson Valdez and Willie Ibar, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, due up for Las Vegas as we go to the 5th inning. Bees 3, 51s 2. Bellarine bounced to short his first time up, and he takes the fastball low, ball 1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive alignment. Reggie Willits in left, Tommy Murphy in center, Nick Gorno in right. The 1-0 pitch is pulled down the left field line, hooking towards the corner, but going foul. And the count's even at 1-1. Casey Smith at third, Eric Ibar at short, Brian Speck at second, and Kendry Morales is at first. The battery of Dustin Mosley pitching and Mike Napoli catching. 1-1, the count on Bellarine. The pitch swung on and lifted foul, first base side. That one heading into the upper deck. And the count's 1-2. David Ortiz has hit a 3-run home run for the Red Sox. They've scored 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning and now lead the Yankees 7-3. Now the 1-2. A little bit low, ball 2. 2-2 the count on Bellarine with Wilson Valdez and Willie Ibar to follow. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Dustin Mosley, and there's one down here in the 5th.
Number 12, Wilson Valdez.
Here's Wilson Valdez, who doubled and scored in the first. Bounced out to Casey Smith at third in the third. So 1 out. Base is empty. Smith in on the edge of the grass at third to guard against a potential bunt. Now Mosley winds and the pitch. Line drive, left center field. Willits coming on, slides and has it go off his glove. Backing him up, Murphy, and that'll hold Valdez to first. Reggie, that ball might have been knuckling on him. Tried to make the sliding grab as he wasn't sure at first how to approach that ball. Then tried to make the sliding catch and had the ball go off his mid and trickle behind him. So Valdez is at first base with one out, representing the potential tying run. And the batter will be Willie Ibar, who's grounded to second and walked in 2 plate appearances. Pitch on the way, and that's high, ball 1. That one's been ruled an error on the left fielder, Reggie Willits. So runner at first base, 1 out. Infield double play depth, the toss to first, and Valdez is back. Bees 3, Las Vegas 2 here in the 5th. Mosley steps out. Beautiful night here in Salt Lake City. Mosley ready, the 1-0. Instead, he throws to first and sends Valdez back. Valdez with 2 stolen bases on the year. He's been thrown out twice. Yet Ibar, 6th in the league in hitting, 4th in home runs, leads in RBI. There's a pitch that misses, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Willie. Leads the league in hits with 36. 4th in slugging percentage. Mosley ready in the 2-0. Fastball, strike on the outside corner above the knees, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Mosley ready, and the pitch to Ibar is a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Napoli. 3-1 the count. Willie Ibar started 22 games for the Dodgers last year and hit safely in 20 of them. 3 balls, 1 strike. Andre Ethier due next. Mosley ready, the pitch. Swung on, looped towards left. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Willits plays it on the roll. Stopping at second base is Wilson Valdez. And the 51s are in business with runners at first and second, 1 out. Here's Andre Ethier, who doubled in a run in the first and flied out to Nick Coronel on the edge of the warning track in right center field his last time up in the 3rd. The runners at first and second, 1 out. The infield at double play depth. Activity beginning to stir now in the Salt Lake bullpen. First pitch fastball is outside, ball 1. Pat Will Hyatt up in the Bees pen. Mosley from the stretch, the pitch. High and outside, ball 2 is again Dustin falling behind in the count, and now the catcher Napoli goes out to have a word with him. Ethier 1 for 2 tonight and 2 for 4 so far this season against Dustin Mosley. Two balls, no strikes. Trouble brewing here in the 5th inning. Mosley ready. The 2-0. Changeup outside at the knees. Ball 3. 3-0. He was in a bases loaded. Check that first and second nobody out situation with a run in last inning before he was saved on the triple play. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. That's the 4th walk issued by Mosley, and so now that pushes the tying run to third. The go-ahead run to second, and here's Joel Guzman, who has been up twice, and he has walked twice. So bases loaded, one out. The Bees holding on right now to what is a precarious 3-2 lead. Mosley stands in, ready. The first pitch to Guzman, a fastball, and it's in for a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Guzman at the plate. Leads Las Vegas by grounding into 5 double plays so far this year. Now the 0-1. Sinks down low for a ball, 1-1. Mosley again struggling with the strike zone here. 1-1 the count to the big right-hand batter. Guzman listed at 6'6", 252. Mosley ready, the 1-1. Swing at a tap foul behind home plate, and he had a rip at that one. He tried to hit that ball onto Main Street. So 1-2 the count on Guzman. Signed as a non-drafted free agent in July of 2001 with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Record for his signing bonus at $2,250,000. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, a little slow tap right side. It's going to score the tying run. The bare hand pickup by Speck. And the throw to first in time for the out. But Valdez scores and makes it a tie ball game at 3-3. As the ball hits softly to the right side. Guzman with his 21st run batted in. That run is unearned, as will any other run this inning, as Valdez, who scores the run, had reached on an error. That brings up James Loney, who's 1 for 2. He singled to center field his last time up and later scored a run. So runners at second and third, 2 out in what is now a 3-3 game. Mosley ready. The pitch to Loney. Striking at the knees, 0-1. And that Will Height heating up in the Bees bullpen. The struggle for Mosley all night. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back to the base of the screen, and it's 0-2. Struck out 2, has walked 4, and surrendered 6 hits in 5 innings of work. Trying to get out of this jam with the game still tied. No balls, 2 strikes. Mosley's pitch. Swing at a fastball, and he had a rip at it that sent it back into the screen. So the count remains 0-2. Loney at the plate, drafted right out of high school. Elkins High School in Missouri City, Texas. Loney, the number 11 prospect in the Dodgers organization. His progress slowed by some wrist and finger injuries prior to last year. The 0-2 to Loney. Into the dirt, scoots away from Napoli. Here comes the run from third. The throw to the plate, the tag, and he is out! Good job by Mosley getting in there to take the throw from Mike Napoli, and Ibar is out at the plate trying to score on what might have been a potential wild pitch, 2-1 on the putout. 1 run, it was unearned on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on the base paths. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. It's the Bees 3, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. Now more Salt Lake Bees baseball on ESPN 1230 AM. Here's Steve Klauke.
Reggie Willett, Tommy Murphy, and Kendry Morales due up for the Bees here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's back to square one. We're all tied up at 3 apiece. Reggie Willits, 1 for 2, single to center in the 3rd, stole second, but was thrown out trying to swipe 3rd. Leading things off against William Juarez here in the 5th inning. First pitch to Willits, he shows bunt and takes high, ball 1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Las Vegas defensive alignment. After Juarez delivers the 1-0 to Willits. Fastball up and in, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Delwyn Young, John Weber, and Andre Ethier in left, center, and right. Chris Truby at 3rd, Wilson Valdez at short, Willie Ibar at 2nd, and James Loney at 1st. A battery of William Juarez pitching and Edwin Bellarine catching. Off-speed pitch is in at the knees for a strike. And the count's 2-1. Willits, Murphy, and Morales. Here in the inning, the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 2-2 is manager Brian Harper utilizing all 5 switch hitters on the roster in tonight's lineup. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Willits pulls one into right field, a base hit. That's his 2nd into the ball game. And the leadoff man's aboard for the Bees here in the 5th.
Number 24. Tommy Murphy.
Here's Tommy Murphy, who's grounded out and walked in 2 plate appearances. Well, the Red Sox today said enough was enough. Their young catching core having all kinds of problems dealing with the knuckleball of Tim Wakefield. So they went out and reacquired Doug Mirabelli from the San Diego Padres. For catcher Josh Bard, who was having the problems, along with the minor league pitcher. Pitch on the way is a fastball high, ball 1. Mirabelli then got a police escort from the airport, changed into his uniform in a car, and made it to Fenway Park just in time to catch Tim Wakefield tonight. Now the 1-ball pitch. Fastball high to Murphy, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Mirabelli apparently arrived at Fenway Park 13 minutes before the first pitch. He had been traded to San Diego for Mark Loretta in December. Tossed to first, and the runner is back. Red Sox beat the Yankees 7-3 tonight. The 2-0 pitch. There goes Willits. The pitch outside. The throw to second base. Bounces in, and in with a stolen base is Reggie Willits, his 2nd of the game and his 6th of the year. 3-0 the count on Murphy. Now the right-hander Juarez ready to pitch. Murphy takes, and that's a strike. 3-1 the count to Murphy, batting left-handed. Against the right-hander, William Juarez. Once again, activity in the Las Vegas bullpen. 3-1 pitch to Murphy. Fastball high, he walked him, and now runners are at first and second with nobody out. That's the 5th walk issued by Juarez. Once again, T.J. Knoll throwing in the Las Vegas bullpen. So Willits at second base, Murphy at first. With nobody out, Steve Yeager says that's going to be all for William Juarez. TJ Knoll coming on to pitch for Las Vegas. We'll tell you all about him after this. 1 minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230. TJ Knoll on the pitch, making his first appearance for Las Vegas. Knoll last year with the 51s went 6 and 7, but with a 7.17 earned run average. So TJ Knoll on the pitch here for the Las Vegas 51s. He'll inherit runners at first and second base with nobody out. He had been at AA Jacksonville up until the 30th of April. So the first batter he'll face is Kendry Morales, who's walked and fly to center. Against the Stingers last year, Knoll made 2 starts going 1-0 despite a 7.20 earned run average. So he can't close the books on Juarez's line. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base. Yeah, he struggled with his control throughout after retiring the B's in order 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. So Knoll completes his warm-up. So here's Kendry Morales. Morales walked and scored in the second and lined to John Weber in center field his last time up. So Knoll making his first appearance after 6 relief outings for AA Jacksonville. The first pitch to Kendry, swinging a sharp ground ball foul past the dugout at first and out of the reach of Netman for strike 1. With Jacksonville, Knoll was 0-1 with 1 save and a 6.23 earned run average. Gave up 12 hits in 13 innings with 17 strikeouts and just 3 walks. The 0-1 to Morales, and it's a breaking ball, and it's an ease for a strike, and now Kendry's in the hole, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The runner at second, Willits. Murphy at first, so good speed on the base paths. The infield, though, double play depth as the 0-2 from Knoll comes home. Swing and a foul as Morales had a hack at a fastball up in the strike zone. So the count holds at 0-2 with Nick Gorneau due next. And Knoll, 6'1", 175. Out of Schaumburg, Illinois. The 0-2. Swinging a ground ball back to first. Backhanding it, dropping it is Loney. Picks it up and makes the underhand toss to Knoll for the out. But on the play, Willits takes third and Murphy goes to second. So 1 out. The batter will be Nick Gorneau, who has struck out and walked in 2 plate appearances. In that 6-7 season last year with Las Vegas, all appeared in 29 games, of which 15 were starts. So runners at second and third, one out, the infield in all the way around. And the first pitch to Gorneau is a fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Willits at third, Murphy at second. The 0-1. Low and outside, backhanded by the catcher Bellarine. The count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike Napoli due next. Bees trying to take the lead. Las Vegas has come back to tie this game at 3-3. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Here at Franklin Covey Field, the 1-1. Low and outside. Again, backhanded by Bellarine, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit 6 innings, gave up 4 runs in his win over the Stingers last year on July 25th. Here at Franklin Covey Field, the 2-1 to Gorneau. Fastball chopped to the right side. That gets through into right field, a base hit. Willits will score. Murphy's in behind him. It's a 2-run single for Nick Gorneau, and the Bees are back out in front, 5-3. Well, it wasn't the prettiest of swings that I've seen Nick Gorneau take, but the results were awfully good. A pitch up inside on him. He was able to kind of chop at it and bounce it through the pulled-in infield and into right. So Gorneau with his 15th and 16th runs batted in. 5-3, the Bees reclaim a 2-run lead. Now with a runner at first, 1 out, the batter will be Mike Napoli, who has hit a 2-run home run and has struck out swinging. That does close the books on William Juarez's line as Napoli takes the breaking ball in at the knees for a strike, 0-1. 4 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 5, struck out 2, and surrendered a home run. Now the 0-1 to Napoli. Change up a little bit high, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. At Wilhite. There's a pitch inside at the knees. Ball 2, 2-1. Warming up in the Salt Lake bullpen, so we'll likely see him in the top of the 6th inning. Gorneau at first with 1 out, 2 runs across. Bees leading 5-3. Gorneau takes off, swing and a miss, the throw high, and Gorneau's in with a stolen base. For the Bees, that is their 6th stolen base of the night. And that's the most this year. The franchise record, though, still a long way away. They once stole 10 bases in 1 game against the Edmonton Trappers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch to the right-hand batter. Napoli takes one in the dirt. A change up, and the count's 3-2. Third is Pride to be next. Napoli wearing that protective shin guard on his left leg, the front leg for a right-handed batter. Now the 2-2 offering. Napoli takes low. And that actually was ball 4 as the board was off. So Knoll with the walk. Brings up Curtis Pride, who reached on an error and scored in the second. Walked, advanced to third, but was stranded there in the 4th inning. So 1 out, runners at first and second base. He's looking to add now to what is a 2-run lead at 5-3. Now the right-hander ready, and the first pitch to Curtis. Chopped to the right side and into right field, a base hit. Here comes Gorno around third. Ether will throw behind the runner at second. Safe there is Mike Napoli. It's an RBI single for Curtis Pride, and the Bees now lead it 6-3. A sharply hit ground ball pulled to the right side of the infield.
Number 13, Casey Smith.
Now here's Casey Smith. Smith reached on a fielder's choice and flied to right in his 2 plate appearances so far. Runners at first and second base. 1 out. 3 runs across for the Bees here in the 5th. And already the pitch to Casey. Cut out and missed. A strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Angels underway at home with Oakland. No score in the second. We'll have a complete rundown on the top of the 6th of the Abra scoreboard. The 0-1 pitch. Casey pops it up on the infield. The infield fly rule in effect. The second baseman, Willie Ibar, will glove it for the second out of the inning. 2 away. Here's Brian Specht 0 for 2. Drove in a run with a ground out, though, in the second inning. So 2 out, 2 on, 3 in for the Bees here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Specht awaiting the first pitch from Nall. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Now Nall bent over, looks in and gets his sign. And then steps off the rubber. Now delivers the pitch, and it's low for a ball. 1-1 the count on Specht. He's trying to open up the homestand on a high note tonight. Still a long way to go, though. We're only in the bottom of the 5th. And already in the 1-1 to Specht. Swung on and foul. Back into the screen. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nall, in his 8th professional season, all in the Dodgers organization. Now the right-hander ready, and the 1-2 to Specht. Swing and a miss at a slow curve. He struck him out, and that retires the side. The Bees scored 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, 2 runners were left on base. As we go to the 6th, it's the Bees 6 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
Now back to more Salt Lake Bees baseball with Steve Klauke on ESPN 1230 AM.
Right-hander Matt Wilhite, the side-arming right-hander, comes on to pitch now for the Salt Lake Bees. For Wilhite, this will be his 11th appearance of the year. In 12 1/3 innings, he's given up 11 hits, 3 runs all earned. He has walked 7, struck out 5. 1 win, 1 loss, and a 2.19 earned run average. The PCL batting, .244 against right-hander Matt Wilhite. So Wilhite on for the Bees here to face James Loney, Delwyn Young, and John Weber. Loney was at the plate when Willie Ibar was thrown out at the plate, trying to score on a pitch that had gotten away from Mike Napoli. But Dustin Mosley came down off the mound to get in position to take the throw from Napoli and apply the tag. Mosley goes 5 innings, gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2. First pitch to James Loney. High and inside to the left-hand batter, ball 1. Wilhite, one of his one loss, I should say, coming at the hands of Las Vegas. There's a pitch drilled towards left. Reggie Willits going back. He's there while backpedaling. He makes the catch for the out. That ball kind of died out there in left field. Looked like Loney had hit that ball pretty well, but it kind of lost its legs somewhere on the way out there, and Willits backpedaling was able to make the catch for out number 1. Brings up Delwyn Young, who is struck out and fly to left field. First pitch swinging, ground ball to second. Scooped up by Brian Speck, and the toss to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up John Weber, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Wilhite took the loss on April the 11th, giving up a home run to Delwyn Young in the 7th that snapped a 4-all tie and give Las Vegas a 5-4 win over Salt Lake. So 2 out, nobody on for John Weber. Wilhite's pitch swung on and fouled. Back out of play, strike 1. Wilhite did not work in the Tacoma series. His last outing was on the 25th of April at Portland. That would be on Tuesday. Pitched an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, no runs, with 2 walks and a strikeout. Now the 0-1. Swung on and lifted down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. 0-2 the count. In his last 5 relief appearances, Wilhite's given up just 1 run in 5 innings, despite allowing 5 hits and walking 5 batters. 2 strikes to count on John Weber. The outfield shaded towards left. The pitch up high for a ball, 1-2. It's time for our 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Iowa a winner at Nashville, 7-4. Now Wilhite from the stretch, the pitch. Swung on and slapped foul off the fencing in front of the Las Vegas dugout at third, so the count remains 1-2. The knuckleballer from Kearns, Jared Fernandez, takes the loss for Nashville. Bottom of the 6th at Round Rock after spotting Oklahoma, a 5-0 lead in the first. The Express have come back to take a 7-6 lead over Oklahoma. Now the 1-2 pitch. Weber grounds one foul. As outfielder Jeff Duncan dances out of the way as Netman picks up his first souvenir of the night. Memphis 9, New Orleans 1. Zephyrs batting in the top of the 7th. Omaha leading at Albuquerque 4-3. The Isotopes batting in the bottom of the 7th. Tacoma leads at Colorado Springs 5-3 in the 4th. Home runs for Greg Dodds and Hunter Brown. The 1-2 again to Weber. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. And that retires the side. Matt Wilhite with a 1-2-3-6. And after 5.5, it remains the Bees 6, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Salt Lake City Credit Union is a guaranteed home run. With personalized service and the best rates in town, Salt Lake City Credit Union offers a full menu of financial services, including business services and SBA loans, mortgages, free checking and debit cards, auto loans, and online banking. With 7 locations throughout the valley, they're big enough to provide you with everything you need from a financial institution, and they're small enough to give you the friendly, individualized service you deserve. You owe it to yourself to have an account at Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond, every day.
Eligibility and membership required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Here's Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizzas.
A specialty pizza with unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the work, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply. When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flap repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Salt Lake City. Steve Klauke with you with the Bees out in front of Las Vegas by a score of 6-3. It'll be the top of the order. Eric Ibar, Reggie Willits, and Tommy Murphy due up to face right-hander T.J. Knoll. Here's Eric Ibar, the only member of the Bees batting order not to come to the plate in the 3-run 5th inning. So we're just about ready to go. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball high, ball 1 to Eric, who's grounded to third, fly to right, and bounced to short. Finish up that Abra scoreboard for you in the 2nd inning. Portland leading at Sacramento 1-0 on a Paul McAnulty home run, his 4th of the year. As Ibar takes high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Tucson leading at Fresno 2-1. That game in the bottom of the 2nd. At Grizzly Stadium. Now the pitch. Swung on. Ibar launches one towards left center field. Weber on the run. Won't get to it. As it one-hops the wall. Ibar digging for 2. He takes the turn. Heading for 3. The throw. The head-first slide. And he is out at third base. Ibar trying to stretch a double into a triple, but a good relay by Las Vegas gets Ibar at third. I believe that went 8-6-5. Either way, it's 1 out and nobody on base. Ibar credited, though, with his 4th double of the year. That'll bring up Reggie Willits, who's 2 for 3. Bottom of the 9th inning at Cleveland. The White Sox lead the Indians 8-5, but Cleveland with runners at first and second base and nobody out. And Bobby Jenks coming into the ball game. First pitch to Willits. In at the knees, a strike 0-1. A conversation that I had with Bobby Jenks can be heard this Friday on Bees Clubhouse on 1320 KFan, beginning at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The 0-1 to Willits. Curveball inside a ball at the knees, 1-1 the count. Red Sox snap a 3-all tie with a 4-run 8th to beat the Yankees 7-3. The final 3 runs coming in on David Ortiz, 11th home run of the year for the former Salt Lake Buzz star. There's a changeup high for a ball, 2-1 on Willits. Toronto with a 4-run 9th beat Baltimore 9-7. They needed the runs because Baltimore scored 4 in the bottom of the 9th. Troy Glaus a pair of home runs in that game for Toronto. Now the 2-1. Fastball, and that's high, ball 3. Final from Minnesota, the Mariners over the Twins 8-2 as the Twins pitching staff has now given up 41 runs in their last 3 games. More gray hair for Rick Anderson. Now the 3-1 to Reggie. Shows bunt and takes the fastball in for a strike, 3-2. Third inning in Anaheim. It's the A's nothing and the Angels nothing. Detroit edged Kansas City 3-2, and Texas shut out Tampa Bay 3-0. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch to Willett. Swung on and popped up. Right side of the infield. The first baseman Loney near the bag, and in foul ground has it for out number 2.
Center fielder, number 24, Tommy Murphy.
2 out. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy. Grounded out to short his first time up. Since then, he's walked twice. Cubs got a run in the 8th to beat Pittsburgh 2-1. Milwaukee knocked off Houston 4-2 with a 2-run 8th inning. Former Stinger Derek Turnbow with his 9th save. Another former Stinger, Matt Wise, gets the win. He's 2-1. It was a strike call. Not only has Turnbow flourished in his closing role at Milwaukee, but Matt Wise has done an outstanding job the last couple of years as a setup man. The 0-1 to Murphy. Swung on, hit in the air towards right. Drifting back Ethier, racing towards the corner now, and he makes the one-handed grab to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. We go to the 7th. It's the B's 6, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. Siegfried & Jensen is a proud sponsor of virtually all of Utah's professional teams. The Jazz, the Bees, the Blaze, the Grizzlies, and Real Soccer. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you've been injured in an accident. To help ensure victory if you've been injured, you need a winning legal team on your side. Call us at Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
You already know that R.C. Willey is the place to shop for quality home furnishings, but you may not know that R.C. Willey also works hard to provide solutions for you in your home. With same-day delivery, there's no need to wait. R.C. Willey's professional sales associates will answer your questions and help you find exactly what you need. In-store financing means you deal directly with us. By providing an incredible selection of merchandise, it's easy to find your individual taste and style. Find your solutions today at R.C. Willey. One place, so many possibilities.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union, your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
More Salt Lake Bees baseball coming up on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 7th inning. 6-3 the score in favor of the Bees. It'll be Chris Truby, Edwin Bellarine, and Wilson Valdez due up. Truby's last plate appearance lined into a triple play. The runners at first and second were on the move. He had a line drive that Kendry Morales made a diving grab on and stepped on the bag at first for the second out and through to second to double off the runner Young there. There's Will Height with a breaking ball low. Ball 1 to Chris Truby. Time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary for the Bees. 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Swing and a miss in the count, 1-1. For Las Vegas, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Las Vegas has left 4 runners on base. The Bees have stranded 6. Bees with 3 in the second and 3 in the fifth. Las Vegas 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. The 1-1 to Truby. Swing and a miss at a sidearm curveball, and the count's 1-2. Finishing up that average scoreboard. And first of all, we should tell you the Bees 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. Now the 1-2 to Truby. Swung on. Popped up, shallow left center field. Eric Ibar drifting back, and he'll make the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1. So Truby retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Bellarine, the catcher. He's grounded out to short and struck out swinging. After 3.5 in Phoenix, Arizona leads the Dodgers 3-2. Bottom of the third at San Francisco. It's the Giants 0 and the Padres 0. Philadelphia, a winner at Florida 8-5. thanks to a 4-run seventh, followed by a 3-run eighth. First pitch, Bellarine launches one to left center field, but over for it is Reggie Willits, the left fielder, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th inning. That'll bring up Wilson Valdez. He has scored 2 of the 3 runs for Las Vegas, once on reaching on a double, the other on an error. Atlanta shut out Colorado 2-0 on a one-hitter by Tim Hudson. Cincinnati beat Mark Mulder and the Cardinals 6-1. Bronson Arroyo now 5-0 for the Reds. The Red Sox like him back with the numbers he's put up. Sidearm breaking ball, and that one is in for a strike 0-1. And the Mets got a run in the bottom of the 9th to beat Washington 2-1. Now the pitch, sidearm curveball, and there's a strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. Bobby Jenks with back-to-back strikeouts closes out the game in Cleveland for the White Sox. Chicago wins it 8-6. Now the 0-2. Swung on and skied to right field. Cornell coming on. He'll get there, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the 51s in the 7th. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. After 6.5, it's the Bees 6, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizzas.
Specialty pizzas with unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the work, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Now more Salt Lake Beach baseball on ESPN 1230 AM. Here's Steve Klauke.
All right, we go now to the bottom half of the 7th inning. And Lance Carter, a new pitcher, coming on for the Las Vegas 51s. Carter had been with the Dodgers. We're with Los Angeles this year. In 8 appearances, he was 0-1 with a 7.45 earned run average. First batter he'll face, Kendry Morales, and it's a fastball strike to the outside corner above the knees, 0-1. E.J. Knoll went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Here's a pitch, looped into left center field. Young coming on, dives and cannot make the catch. He traps the ball out in left field. And Kendry Morales is aboard with a leadoff single. Ball struck out 1 and walked 1. So for Morales, his first hit of the night, he's 1 for 3 officially. Here's Nick Corneau. Delivered a 2-run single his last time up. So Lance Carter, the third pitcher employed by the 51s in this game. Delivers. Corneau, broken bat roller to second. Ibar shovels to Valdez for 1, over to first for 2. The barrel of the bat ends up halfway between the mound and third base. 4-6-3 on the double play. With that, 2 outs and nobody on base for Mike Napoli. So a little firewood on the infield there. Carter, 6'1", 190. Last year, 1-2 with one save for Tampa Bay, 1-5 at AAA Durham. So 2 out, nobody on for Napoli, who has a 2-run homer, a walk, and a strikeout. First pitch, and that misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now a left-hander up in the bullpen for Las Vegas. There's a pitch in at the knees, a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The left-hander throwing in the bullpen is, after the 1-1 pitch, low ball 2, 2-1. Hong-Chi Kuo. 2 balls, 1 strike, who was just sent down by the Dodgers after the game yesterday. 2-1 on Napoli. 2 outs, nobody on for the Bees here in the bottom of the 7th. Carter's pitch, swing and a tap foul behind home plate, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The infield back, the outfield straight away for Napoli. Now Carter's pitch, low with a breaking ball, and that fills the count at 3-2. In the NBA tonight, Dallas finished off Memphis 102-76, a 4-game sweep for the Mavericks. Memphis still has never won a postseason game. 3-2 pitch, and Napoli fouls it off. First base side over the roof and out of play. They are 0-11. Detroit about to go up 3-1 on Milwaukee, it appears, as the Pistons lead the Bucks by 6 with 1:40 to go. Although after the Suns-Lakers game yesterday, anything's still possible. 3-2 to Napoli. Swung at and missed. He struck him out. And that retires the side. First strikeout for Carter. The 4th for Las Vegas pitching in the ball game. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We go to the 8th. It's the Bees 6, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Now back to more Salt Lake Bees baseball with Steve Kralke on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we head to the 8th inning, 6-3 in favor of the Bees. Willie Ibar, Andre Ethier, and Joel Guzman to face right-hander Matt Wilhite, who begins his 3rd inning of relief. Willie Ibar, 1 for 2. He singled to left field his last time up. So the Bees with a 3-run lead as we enter the 8th. Wilhite ready to go. And the pitch on the way is high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Ibar. All kids 14 and under can stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet location at 5650 South State Street in Murray, and enter to win a chance to be an honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet, after all, you know this guy. As Will Height misses low, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Ibar as Will Height delivers. Swing and a miss at a sidearm fastball, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Bees, 3 runs on 6 hits for Las Vegas. The 2-1 offering swung on and popped up back to third. The shortstop Eric Ibar out, and he'll make the over-the-shoulder catch to take a hit away from his brother Willie. Good play, not as spectacular as the one that Eric made to rob Willie of a hit in Las Vegas earlier this year. Well out of the center field, making an over-the-shoulder running catch. Here's Andre Ethier, who doubled in a run in the first, flied to right in the third, and walked in the 5th inning. So 1 out, nobody on base. First pitch swinging, comes up empty, a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Andre Ethier. Came over to the Dodgers organization from Oakland in the Milton Bradley deal. Here's a ground ball up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman Speck, who sits and throws to first for the out. Nicely done by Brian. There's 2 away here in the 8th inning.
Number 41, Joel Guzman.
Here's Joel Guzman, who's walked twice. He's also grounded out to drive in a run. Angels and A's scoreless in the 4th at Anaheim. Halos trying to bounce back after being swept by Chicago at home over the weekend. First pitch to Guzman, pulled on the ground, sharply to short. Scooped up by Eric Ibar. The long throw on target and in time to retire the side. And yet another 1-2-3 inning authored by Matt Wilhite. And after 7 1/2, it remains the Bees 6, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying tower and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
On T. comes on the pitch now, a lefty for the 51s in his first game after being sent down by the Dodgers. With L.A. this year, he appeared in 10 games, was 0-3 with a 5.54 earned run average. It'll be Curtis Pride, Casey Smith, and Brian Speck trying to add to the Bees' lead. If they do, it'll be the Geico Insurance run of the game. The first time after the 5th inning, the Bees score a run to add to a lead. Geico Insurance, donate $25 to the Air Force Fund. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far this season, there have been 10 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $250. First pitch to Curtis Pride, cut out and missed. A fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pride reached on an error and scored in the second, walked in the fourth, and drove in a run with a base hit in the fifth inning. No balls, 1 strike to count. On Curtis Pride. Whoa, taking a lot of time out there. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Curtis. Dodgers shuffling their deck a little bit in the bullpen after letting a 5-0 lead get away from them in the 9th inning yesterday. Fastball high, 2-1 as the Padres scored 5 in the bottom half of the 9th to tie it and scored a run in the 10th inning to win it. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Curtis. Closed pitch, fastball high again, ball 3. Lance Carter worked 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, with 1 strikeout, no walks for Las Vegas. Now closed pitch, a fastball low and inside, ball 4. He walked him. 7th walk issued by Las Vegas pitching the ball game. Here's Casey Smith 0 for 3. In the 9th, it'll be Loney, Young, and Weber, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Las Vegas batting order. So runner at first base, nobody out. He's leading 6-3. Cole ready, and the first pitch to Casey. Shows bunt and lays it down towards the mound. Bunts it sharply, though. Cole throws to second base and gets the force out there on Curtis Pride. Ball bunted back to Quo on 1 hop and was able to quickly turn and get it to second base for the out on Curtis. So Smith now at first with 1 out for Brian Specht, who's 0 for 3. Driving in a run with a ground out in the 2nd inning. Well, time now for a look ahead at what's on the road for the Salt Lake Bees. Brought to you by Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. First pitch to Specht, the fastball that misses outside. Ball 1, tailing away from the right-handed batter. 7 more games left on this homestand. The next road trip for the Bees comes up 1 week from tomorrow. 4 at Omaha, followed by 4 at Iowa. First trip to the Midwest in 3 years for the Salt Lake franchise. As Specht fouls it back, that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Specht. In Omaha, it'll go night, night, day, night. In Iowa, night, day, night, day. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Specht. Closed pitch. Swung on and sliced foul. Out of play down the right field line. And the count on Bryan, 1-2. Eric Ivar, the shortstop, is due next. He's 6, Las Vegas 3. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Quo ready. The left-hander sets. The pitch. Fastball high. 2-2. Hong-Chi Quo from Tainan City in Taiwan. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball high and away, and that fills the count at 3-2. This is his 6th professional season. He was the first high school player in Taiwan to ink a professional contract when he signed with the Dodgers in 1999. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The throw to first base, just a lob over, and Casey is back. Made his major league debut last year, appearing in 9 games for the Dodgers and going 0-1. September 18th, he came in as a lefty to face Barry Bonds, who hit his 705th career home run off of Quo. 3-2 pitch with Smith going. The pitch is inside for ball 4. So another walk issued by Quo, and that is the 8th given out by Las Vegas pitching in the ball game. That'll bring up Eric Ibar, who's 1 for 4. Double to the wall in left center field in the 6th inning before being thrown out, trying to stretch that double into a triple. So 2 on, 1 out. He's looking for that Geico insurance run. RBI single by Bobby Crosby has given Oakland a 1-0 lead over the Angels in the top of the 4th inning at Angel Stadium. Ibar batting right-handed now. The pitch from Quo, a fastball inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. He did miss all of the 2003 season. Due to injury. To his pitching elbow, the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Eric. He had Tommy John surgery just a few months after making his major league debut. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, slowly hit to the right side. Ibar charges, shovels to second. That's 1. That's all they'll get. I should take that back. This doesn't read very well. So the fielder's choice. 4-6 erasing Speck with 2 out. Smith to third, Ibar to first for Reggie Willits, who's 2 for 4. So 2003, Quo missed the season with the elbow surgery. Missed most of 2002 as well. Only appeared in 3 games in 2004, trying to come back. Runners at first and third, 2 out. Swing by Willits at a fastball and a foul. That one off the window of his suite, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th, B6, Las Vegas 3. Runner at third base is Casey Smith. Eric Ibar over at first. Quo ready, and the move to first. A lob over, and Ibar is back. Eric with 7 stolen bases on the year. He's been thrown out 5 times. 7 steals, ties him with Bernie Castro of New Orleans and 2 others for third in the league in stolen bases. Nashville's Jermaine Clark leads with 9. Freddie Guzman of Portland is next with 8. There goes Ibar. The throw goes to first. Now they've got him hung up in a rundown. Casey Smith breaks for the plate. He will score as the ball was juggled momentarily, and finally the put out is made by Willie Ibar as he tags Eric on the back. But Casey Smith does come home to score. And it's now a 7-3 ball game. 1 run, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the 9th. It's the B7, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make 1 phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day solution headquarters. 888-545-0445. Call now.
Weight Watchers meeting. To go or not to go? If you know that losing weight is only half the battle, if you love food but want to manage it better, if you can laugh at your mistakes but like to share your successes, go. Because people who go to Weight Watchers meetings lose 3 times more weight than those who go it alone. The sooner you get started, the sooner you'll see results. Go to the meeting finder at WeightWatchers.com. Then go to Weight Watchers and watch yourself change. 3 times claim is shown in the Journal of the American Medical Association.
More Salt Lake Bees baseball coming up on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 9th inning. Matt Wilhite on for his 4th inning of relief to try to finish this one off. It'll be James Loney, Delwyn Young, and John Weber, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the 51's batting order to face the right-hander Matt Wilhite. Wilhite ready to go, and his first pitch to Loney, and it's outside at the knees, ball 1. The Bees with Willits, Murphy, and Gorneau in left, center, and right. Smith, Ibar, Specton, Morales, the infield third to first. A battery of Wilhite pitching and Napoli catching. The 1-0 pitch is off speed and over at the knees. A strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's leading 7-3. Now Wilhite ready, but time called first at home plate. Now the pitch swung on and sliced out of play. Foul down the left field side, 1-2. Wilhite trying for the longest relief appearance by a Bees pitcher this year. 3 innings is the longest, so he's equaled that. We'll pass it up with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch. Change up outside at the knees, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilhite ready. The 2-2 to Loney. Swung on, lifted into center field. Coming on, Murphy is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Loney retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Delwyn Young. Young 1 for 3, single to left field, back in the 4th inning. Wilhite 6'1", 185 out of Western Kentucky University. 1 out, nobody on base. Now Wilhite ready. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left, right center field. Murphy going back, still going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. A home run for Delwyn Young. And it's now the Bees 7 and Las Vegas 4. For Young, his 2nd home run of the year, and they both come against the Bees. And for Wilhite, that is the 2nd home run that he's allowed this year. So now the Bees' lead is cut to 3. And the batter will be John Weber. That snaps a string in which Wilhite had retired the first 10 men that he faced. So 1 out, 1 in. Nobody on base for Las Vegas here in the 9th. The pitch on the way, swinging a roller to the right side. Brian Speck gobbles it up and throws it over to first in plenty of time for out number 2. 2 away, that'll bring up Chris Truby, who's 0 for 3. Popped up to short his last time up. So now Las Vegas down to the final out. Wilhite would be credited with a save going the last 4 innings if he can finish it off. It would be his first in a Bees uniform. So 2 outs and the bases are empty. Wilhite's pitch. Breaking ball, low, ball 1. Infield back, the outfield straight away. Now Wilhite ready, and the pitch. That sinks down low for ball 2. 2-0 the count on Truby. Truby last year, 20 homers, 66 runs batted in for Omaha. Now the 2-0. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 2-1. Edwin Bellarine is due next. But Wilhite trying to finish it off with Truby. The 2-1 offering. Swinging a smash. Flag down by Wilhite on the third base side of the mound. Throws the strike to first, and the ball game is over. Nice play by Wilhite. Backhanding the sharply hit one bouncer back towards the mound. And so the Bees come home from a successful road trip and open up the homestand with a win here tonight. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, nobody left on base. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Bees 7 and the Las Vegas 51 4. Back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
The game is over and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make one phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day Solution headquarters. 545-0445. Call now.
Welcome to the 10th inning show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Bees prevail by a final score of 7-4 to open up the homestand with a victory here over the Las Vegas 51s. Final totals in the ball game for the Bees: 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and they left 6 runners on base. For the 51s, 4 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 4 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Dustin Mosley, now 4-1. William Juarez, the loser, 1-2. And Matt Wilhite pitched the final 4 innings to record his first save of the year. Gave up just 1 run, 1 hit. Matter of fact, only 1 batter reached base, and that was the home run by Delwyn Young in the 9th inning. So the Bees now at 15-9 on the year, and so they at the very least will retain a half-game lead over Tacoma in the Pacific North, while Las Vegas drops to 16-9. Again, Nick Gorneau with a big 2-run single to snap the 3-3 tie in the 5th. Mike Napoli giving the Bees a 3-1 lead in the 2nd inning with his 3rd home run of the season. Curtis Pride and Brian Specht also picked up RBI tonight. And again, Dustin Mosley struggled but worked his way through 5 innings to get the win. And then Matt Wilhite again retired the first 10 batters he faced out of the bullpen before giving up the home run to Young, and then he retired the next 2 batters to wrap this one up. So the Bees now trail the season series from Las Vegas 3-2, but they open up this series with the win by a score of 7-4. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Abra scoreboard one more time here on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
Hey, this is Dan, the computer man from PC Laptops. I just want to take a minute of your time to help teach you how to shop for a computer. And a lot of people, when they shop for a computer, they just look at specifications. Just for example, a 250 gig hard drive or 1 gig of RAM or 17-inch LCD. A lot of companies will just tell you the size, but not what kind of part you're getting. And the reason why they do that, though, is they try to sell you substandard, lower quality parts and trick you into getting a machine that's not what you thought. But when you come to PC Laptops, you're going to be assured to get the best parts. Just for example, we use top-rated Western Digital brand hard drives. We also use Asus brand motherboards, which are one of the best-rated motherboards in the industry. We also give you Life Pro RAM. That RAM is guaranteed for as long as you own that RAM. That's right, the part is guaranteed forever. That's how good of parts we put into our computers. So just get into PC Laptops right now and be assured you're getting the best quality parts and the best authentic lifetime service guarantee. Because at PC Laptops, we love you.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Now more Salt Lake Beef baseball on ESPN 1230 AM. Here's Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where it's time now to update you on the average scoreboard one more time on this Monday night, a full slate of action in the Pacific Coast League tonight. First of all, at Nashville, Iowa scored 3 runs in the ninth to defeat the Sounds and Jared Fernandez, the knuckleballer out of Kearns, by a score of 7-4. They're in the top of the ninth at Round Rock. The Express leading Oklahoma 7-6. The Redhawks led that game 5-0 after the first half inning. They're just complete now at Memphis. The Redbirds defeat New Orleans by a score of 9-4. At Albuquerque, a final there. Omaha rolls over the Isotopes 8-3. At Colorado Springs in the seventh, Tacoma leads the Sky Sox 5-3. Home runs for Greg Dobbs and Hunter Brown. In the fourth inning at Sacramento, Portland leads the River Cats 5-0. And in the fifth inning at Fresno, Tucson leads the Grizzlies 5-1. In the American League, the Angels batting in the bottom of the fifth, trailing Oakland 1-0. Finals in the American League, Boston scores 4 runs in the eighth to beat the Yankees 7-3. The final 3 runs coming in on a home run by former Buzzman David Ortiz, his 11th of the year. Toronto knocked off Baltimore 9-7. The losing pitcher for the Orioles, former Buzzman LaTroy Hawkins. Troy Gloss hits 2 home runs for the Blue Jays in that one. Detroit edges Kansas City 3-2. The White Sox hold off a late rally from Cleveland and beat the Indians 8-6. Texas shuts out Tampa Bay 3-0, and Seattle wallops Minnesota 8-2. In the National League in Phoenix, Arizona batting in the bottom of the sixth, leading the Dodgers 3-2. San Diego just hit the Giants with a 7-run fourth inning, and as they go to the fifth, the Padres lead the Giants 7-2. Philadelphia scored 4 in the seventh and 3 in the eighth to rally past Florida 8-5. Dontrell Willis takes the loss for the Fighting Fish. Tim Hudson pitches a complete game one-hitter for the Braves as Atlanta blanks Colorado 2-0. Bronson Arroyo goes to 5-0 for the Reds as the Cincinnati beats St. Louis 6-1. The Mets get a run in the bottom of the ninth to edge Washington 2-1. The Cubs score in the bottom of the eighth to nip Pittsburgh 2-1. And Milwaukee scored 2 in the eighth to beat the Astros 4-2. A couple of former Stingers involved in that one. Matt Wise gets the win for Milwaukee. He's 2-1, while Derek Turnbow gets the save, and that is his 9th of the year. And that is your Abra scoreboard. Back with some of the scoring highlights from this one after this 2-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
Papa John himself to tell you about Papa John's specialty pizzas.
A specialty pizza with an unexpected taste. That's the way I like it. Choose any of our specialty pizzas like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, the works, the meat, or garden fresh. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
Limited delivery area, charges may apply.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, what, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make one phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day Solution headquarters. 545-0445. Call now.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires speed lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires. Now back to more Salt Lake Bees baseball with Steve Klauke on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the ballpark where the Bees and Las Vegas met for the first time in this series. Las Vegas taking the lead in the first inning. Wilson Valdez a double over the head of Tommy Murphy. Two batters later, he scored on Andre Ethier's blooper into left field that Eric Ibar went back on, but went back on too far, and it dropped in for the double. And so 51s had a 1-0 lead. In the second inning, though, Kendry Morales walked in with one out. Mike Napoli put the Bees out in front. Now Juarez ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and lofted into left center field. Weber going back, still going back. It's up there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Mike Napoli, and the Bees are out in front by a score of 2-1. Bees would add one more run in the second to go up by a score of 3-1. But then in the fourth inning, the 51s put together 3 straight singles by James Loney, Delwyn Young, and John Weber to cut it to 3-2. The 51s had runners at first and second base with nobody out, and the rarest of rare took place here at Franklin Covey Field. No balls, 1 strike to count on Truby. Outfield shaded towards left, playing Truby to pull. Now Mosley stares in, gets his sign. The 0-1 pitch, the runners take off, and it's punched. A diving catch by Morales at first. They get 2, they get 3, a triple play. The runners were going. Chris Truby with a line drive and a diving catch by Kendry Morales for 1 out. Touched second base for 2 and through to the shortstop Ibar to triple off Delwyn Young. So a triple play, and that meant $1,000 of groceries donated by Albertson to the Utah Food Bank. So thanks to Albertsons, I know the Utah Food Bank will be very appreciative after the triple play. But eventually the 51s would tie into the 5th inning on a bases loaded ground out off the bat of Joel Guzman. So the game tied 3-3 going into the bottom of the 5th. Reggie Willett singled, stole second, then Tommy Murphy walked. That would be all for William Juarez. T.J. Knoll came into the ball game, and after 1 out, A ground out put runners at second and third. The infield was drawn in for Nick Gorneau. 2-1 to Gorneau. Fastball chopped to the right side. That gets through. Into right field, a base hit. Willett will score. Murphy's in behind him. It's a 2-run single for Nick Gorneau. And the Bees are back out in front, 5-3. Curtis Pride's RBI single would score Gorneau later to make it 7-3. Bees would get a run on a double steal in the eighth. And Delwyn Young would cap off the scoring with his solo shot in the ninth inning. But the Bees went by a final score of 7-4. And coming up, we'll take a look at tomorrow's pitching matchup as we wrap things up on a Monday night here at Franklin Covey Field after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Okay, guys, you really blew it last year for Mother's Day. Your mother, what, disowned you? And you've been listening to your wife nag for 11 months now about the thoughtless gift you picked up at the corner store last year? Well, come on, listen up. In fact, why don't you get a pen and write this down? The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa at 545-0445. See, they know you don't want to spend a lot of time finding a thoughtful gift. So this year, it's easy for you. Make one phone call and get the wife and mother taken care of with next to no hassle. The Brick House Retreat has many packages you can choose from, so you can get your wife just what she wants, just what she needs. Call 545-0445 right now. Pick up your spa package, and they'll have it ready for you. It's that easy. And you're done shopping for Mother's Day, and you look like a hero. And right now, for every $100 in gift certificates purchased, you receive a free mountain body treatment. The Brick House Retreat Salon and Day Spa, your Mother's Day Solution headquarters. 545-0445. Call now.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the best tire warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. Big O's free replacement warranty is the best in the business and gives you free services with your tires like balancing, rotating, and flat repair. Plus, with Big O Tires Speed Lane service, you can have your tires mounted, balanced, and on your vehicle in 20 minutes or less. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
All right, welcome back. The Bees winners tonight here in the series opener against Las Vegas. Game 2 comes your way tomorrow in a matchup of left-handers here at Franklin Covey Field. For the Bees, it'll be Joe Saunders coming off a solid outing in Tacoma. He's 2-1. And for the 51s, it'll be left-hander Eric Stoltz, who also has a record of 2-1. 6:30 game time. We hope to see you here at Franklin Covey Field, but if you can't join us in person, join us here on ESPN 1230, beginning with the on-deck circle at 6:10. That'll do it for us tonight here from Franklin Covey Field. Once again, in 2 hours, 43 minutes, and in front of 4,412, the final score, the Salt Lake Bees 7 and the Las Vegas 51s 4. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
This has been the 10th Inning Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.